notice something
Sphere,
kind
so
of.
absolutely.
I'm sorry. Could you say again, Molly Mort?
We left the sphere there, so absolutely.
Yeah, you left. You left a lot of stuff there.
Most
But
importantly, the hammers.
Yeah.
You talking about our weapons and stuff?
yes,
I left Hebron with it to keep an eye on.
that's good. But I'm assuming you won't grab it on your way back up.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. You're not harassed or harangued in any particular way. Oh,
Bye.
right.
Hi.
Probably just about internet connection.
So, yes, the Drow scouts let you pass. And you're pretty well aware that there are no traps, at least none that you had encountered. So you should be safe going on your way back. And you are able to get your equipment that seems to have been left entirely untouched, and also retrieving your murder bird. And you're able to make your long trek back towards the surface, sort of, towards the what you know to be a collapsed section of a fortress built thousands of years ago by escaped slaves and the families of escaped slaves.
You know, the shark and bear, it occurs to me, its existence is extremely tragic because one of the greatest things about being a bear is the right to bear arms, and he doesn't even have bear arms. It's one of the greatest freedoms.
Oh, that's amazing.
Good to know. Good to know. All right. So, in terms of following the way back, it's very easy, but the question is how good the map was that you made, Mollymort, to be able to find your way back through this maze of a fortress down here.
Alright.
So, if you would like, Mollymort, or perhaps anyone else, perhaps roll something along the lines of maybe a history check or something, or maybe a perception or investigation or something.
I'll do.
I'm best at perception, so I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll even take a survival, maybe to track yourself.
I was gonna ask. Survival, but
Survival sounds good.
Lee thinks that he knows how to get back. I rolled a 6.
Yeah.
How is it there?
I have a +9.
I rolled a history, by the way, to try to remember my way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also think I know the way back.
Yeah.
Hey, me and Ormus are gonna lead the way, guys. You should probably go. I mean, honestly, I don't know if all of us need to go. Maybe just one of us that's really good at. Well, I don't know if splitting the party is a good idea, and it's gonna take time anyway. But like,
Yeah.
I kind of think the best course of action is to go up, get the lobster, maybe even like get within a mile of it, so like it can fly into the cavern.
You're within a mile.
Really? Can Philbin just like work it down?
Maybe.
Hey Philbin, can you do that?
Yeah, Philbin's not with you.
Oh, we haven't gotten back to the what is his name? Arbon's house?
Yes.
That's what we were rolling for, is to make sure we could find our way back.
Oh, I was thinking we were trying to get to the surface.
Nope. Just
Okay.
to get back to there. Speaking of Mollymort, you said you're going to roll a perception.
I rolled 25 for survival, so tiny tower formation.
That's pretty good. And Keon,
No, guys, me and Lee got this.
We
Follow
got
us.
it. We got it. It's this way, and I like point off of a cliff.
I'm gonna point down.
The only
Yeah.
points that are very obvious tracks leading in the other direction.
Oh,
Those were there to mislead us. I swear.
But they're our tracks. I think I'm the
But-
only one who size 50.
Did you? What
Ye-
skill
yes,
did you
but have
roll
you
for,
have you
Theon?
heard of illusions? Illusions are a thing.
I rolled a 28 survival.
Okay.
I have a map.
I'm telling you, me and Lee got this. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Lee walks off the cliff.
Theon and Mollymort clearly know their particular their way as they're going. But as you are going, Lee, the direction you think that it's supposed to be, basically you and Oramus, as you insist. No, I'm pretty sure we were supposed to take a left here. Mollymort, you hear music the direction that they're pointing, and Theon, you hear it too. And anyone with a passive perception of 15 or higher can also hear it.
I got a passive perception of 18, but I just rolled a shit perception.
Okay, well, Oramus,
Passive perception of what?
that's the way, because you can hear music that way.
A passive perception of what? Mine's pretty low.
See, I'm telling you guys, that's Arbon's house right there. We just have to go to the music.
Lee's is too low to hear it.
Yeah.
Lee doesn't hear it, but he's convinced that this is the way to go.
Oh no, it's a
Yeah,
16.
When Oramus pointed out, you actually, y'all can, Theon and Mollymort at least, because you all are very perceptive as well. You can hear music.
What is up with all the slamming?
I'm telling you, that's Arbon's house right there.
Yeah, Molly Theon, you were right. Let's go this other way, because that.
Hey, you're my only companion right now.
This music skeeves me out. Wait, I need to know, music-wise, is it, what kind of music was that again? The Calliope?
God, it's probably from Errata or something.
Yeah.
God, I bet it's a Calliope. Is it a Calliope?
You can't really tell. There's some. Well, you can't hear it at all, Lee. But for the rest of you, you can hear it's got. There's maybe something like a harp, and you definitely hear a couple of drums. It's tough to really tell, but it's clearly a rhythm to it in the distance. And basically, like, you've come up a long way out of these steps that have been carved into a section, and you're at a T section, and it's a left or a right, and the left goes down a very long, dark hallway, and then the right is also a long, dark hallway. But you're pretty sure, Theon and Mollymort, you're in fact certain it's a right. This is the second turn that you've had to make up here. It's definitely on the right, but there is music playing on the left.
It's kind of funny because this is basically my situation in real life. Everybody else can hear something, but I can't. Just like Lee, I have significant hearing damage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's from all the smites and yeah, all the
And bad
smites
history.
and pounding of hammers. So we have to go check this out, right? Like,
No. Bad
There's nothing
juju.
to check out. It's Arbon's house. Come on.
Don't
Clearly.
like
To be
it.
fair, if Aldrin doesn't want to check it out, that scares me even more and makes me think that we shouldn't. Maybe
See,
somebody
that-
very stealthy.
That reeks of bad juju. This is the desert farm all over again. I don't like it. I'm not a fan.
can we tell how far away it sounds? So just noticing it? That require additional checks.
You can try to roll an additional check, but I mean, just from your passive, it's something where it's clearly distinct notes, but it's only in a long distance, and then you can't tell how much of it is echo or what. but
Coming in out for you guys too, or is it just
No,
me?
it's just you. I
okay,
felt.
sorry.
So this isn't anywhere that is on the map from the dwarves, storing the places.
It doesn't seem to be going that direction too much, no. But you haven't explored the section that you hear the music coming from. But it is clearly some sort of music in the distance.
Alright, I'll tell you what, guys. I can, do one of these, and then Theon slips the ring back on and kind of takes a side step, kind of disappears against the side of the tunnel that we're in. And,
That was-
wait, if Molly's on his shoulder, does that mean Molly appears to just float, or?
I was actually just about to say that. You go against the wall, and all you can see is Molly Mort.
Molly Mort's also almost invisible with that cloak of Elvenkind, right?
Yeah.
Well, the tricky part in here, at least, is in terms of the full tower form. When you start to get into some of these longer hallways, they are rather not suitable for most humans or most humanoids to travel in. They're rather small. So, in full tower form, Fion, when you start to really get into some of these tunnels, you would have to be like walking on your knees. Or if you were to also have a Molly Mort attached.
You could army crawl.
Could stoop down a bit and make it not too bad, but you plus Molly Mort, that's a little big.
I mean, that's what I was figuring. Like, I'm just a foot or two shy from being 10 feet tall, so.
Yes, squeak.
Yeah, Molly, I'm gonna set you down here, and I'm too curious to not investigate this. This should only take a minute. If we can hear distinct notes, I imagine they can't be too far away. I'll be right back, guys.
Try not to die.
We'll miss you.
You guys hear music?
What's this?
You see Molly float down to a standing position, and I'm off to track down the music.
He's off to see the wizard.
Does the rest of you stay and wait?
Yes.
What's the signal, guys?
He's
I know.
screaming.
Oh,
He's
yeah, that'll
screaming
work.
in agony.
That works. That checks out.
Yeah, but what if you're screaming in joy? I mean,
Then give me 10 minutes.
oh,
Oh my.
not what I meant, but okay.
That wasn't in Fion's
Now I
voice,
know.
so.
That works
That
for
wasn't
me.
a what?
That wasn't
That-
in Fion's voice, so.
Yeah.
All
Alright.
right.
Yeah, I'm off towards the sound of the music.
Okay. You go
just-
down nearly 100 feet of this long hallway to the point where when you look back, you can't even see your friends anymore.
Can
But as you get closer, you were saying?
I try to follow him?
If you want to be to not let him know that you're following him, or do you want to just follow him?
Yes, I want to stealth this.
Okay.
Just
We're gonna stealth against Fion.
Go ahead and roll stealth.
Go for it.
Do you still have the boots of Elwood kind or something?
I do.
So
Does-
you would get advantage then. I think. Don't they?
I know the cloak does at least.
Yeah. She's
I think-
silent and has advantage on perception checks being seen. The please
Yeah,
will
you
be
have
visibly-
advantage on stealth checks on terms of relying on moving silently. So you're just trying to walk down the stone hallway quietly. So you have advantage.
Yeah, I rolled a 16 and I have my cloak up too.
What's your passive perception, Fion?
19.
Yeah, you clearly hear footsteps behind you. Little careful, like sneaking footsteps.
I mean, I'm literally invisible. I just turn and take a couple of steps back and wait for her to walk into my leg.
This probably happens.
Yep.
Yeah, Lee doesn't notice that Molly sneaks off because I'm that imperceptive. Anyway,
Yeah.
Even the goat doesn't notice. Anyway,
And,
speaking of, does the goat have dark vision?
no.
Yeah, alright, that's fine.
I mean, we could just pretend that we've pretty much been pretending that it has dark vision because it's my goat, but like,
I assume he's just like always following Lee's echoing footsteps from the armor. And it's just like sonic location.
I mean, Lee's
Anyway.
pretty quiet right now, and with Pass Without a Trace, we were basically silent.
Yeah.
Eventually, the goat just evolves bad ears.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
assume
mean-
he was just close enough that maybe
We
somebody
could
could
s-
rope or something. Anyway,
I
doesn't
mean,
matter.
it's a celestial being. We could probably just say that it has dark.
Fiona leans down and kind of turns Molly and pushes her.
Onward, you have encountered a wolf.
It's very hairy.
Smile up at you sheepishly, like a kid that got caught.
This is the hairiest wall.
Fiona just kind of pats her shoulder, and on the second pat, grabs her shoulder, turns her, and pushes her that way back towards the party, and says, "If something bad happens, it's better that one of us is lost than two. And plus, you are just as perceptive as me, but the rest of the party is not. So
Yeah. You're both perceptive and stealthy.
My shoulders slump. I touch your hand and give you a quick guidance and go back.
oh, nice guidance, sweet."
That only lasts 6 seconds, though, doesn't it?
I think it lasts a minute.
Really? Okay.
Let me check real quick.
Yeah, I was just about to check too. Up to 1 minute, as long as it's concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll give him guidance.
Okay. So, Theon, like I said, long corridor that eventually leads to a door that is partially ajar.
Can I
Huh.
horror movie peek through the gap?
Yes. On the other side is a dark room and another door. And the door on the other side seems to be almost entirely open and also broken. And you think you can see a little bit of light beyond it.
Wait, what's up with the music? Is it getting louder?
Yes.
Okay.
More loud and also more clear.
Is it Calliope music?
You can hear it still.
Is it Calliope music? He's asked it now that I'm curious.
I really hope it is. Could I roll for Calliope music?
Yeah, then I'll try as gently as I can to open this door and walk next.
Okay. Yeah, you can very gently and easily move through this door. There's a little creak, but and as you get closer to the next one, you can still hear it more clearly. This is a mostly empty room. Another one of those stalls, as if it's like a store face, is here. It's a bit strange, but you think this place was cut very randomly, almost as if they just started cutting stone whenever they needed something. But if you do you continue further past the second door, or do you stop at the second door? The second door is only like 20 or 30 feet across this space.
I can't. Is it cracked as well, or is that one actually fully closed?
The one that's across, the second door, is almost entirely broken and virtually entirely open. It's not so much a door at this point as it is just like a slight obstacle.
Yeah,
But
then
it's just a barrier.
I'll try and stay towards the edge of it, try and stay out of the light as much as I can, and get a peek inside.
All right. As you peek through, you can see the hallway goes about another 10 feet or so, and then it bends around to the left. And you can just see a line of shadow from where light is coming down that hallway.
Alright, well, since there's light in the hallway, the ring is doing me no good, but I have a decent stealth, so I'm gonna...
I will add, it's the kind of light that you would get from on a very like a clear but still moonless night. Like it's barely any light.
It's still dim light. Nice.
Interesting.
The lowest of dim light.
So it's not necessarily like candlelight or anything. That freaks me out.
And it seems to be solid, no flicker of any kind either.
Huh.
Not like a fire. Might be some kind of a magical light, but it's
Oh,
anyway. But you can see a clear, distinct light.
Can I check for signs of humanoid presence, like any cracks, prints in the dust, etc., etc.?
Are you still at the broken doorway?
Yes.
Okay. You absolutely can if you like. But I will let you know too, with your passive perception, you don't see much of anything. Now, well, you do see some evidence of tracks, but none of it really. There's nothing obvious, at least with your passive. But you can continue to roll if you like.
Yeah, I'd like to because I have advantage and I can get some stuff. It's their humanoid stuff.
Certainly.
19.
All
Well,
right.
See, I don't know why it's doing this thing again where it doesn't. I don't know if it's added it or not because it just says 19 and 12.
I think that's.
it
I
crossed
think
the
rolled
one of them out.
Yeah.
Crossed the lower one out. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's a 19 plus 9, I think.
Okay, I guess you wouldn't need the D4 then.
Because everywhere else, the dice roll is shown in parentheses, and then the plus is separate.
Okay,
Right.
yeah. So, and out of curiosity, I know I don't need it, but
Roll it like 8 or 10 more times and see if you get something above 20 at the final number. That'll be a fun test. And hey, you got that's for the guidance.
yeah. So that would
Okay.
be a 28 plus 4, 32.
Yeah. So with a 32, you're able to clearly see distinct tracks in the rubble and dirt from here. And in fact, you're even pretty sure exactly who made them. And they're heading off towards the direction of Arvan's home. You're pretty sure that these are Arvan's. This is likely the tracks left from one of his many foraging expeditions. Roughly the same thing he was doing when you found him. And that is the most recent tracks that you can see going through this room is seemingly his. Because that is an incredible roll. So yeah, I'll tell you that much.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and head back to the party because that kind of moonless night light worries me
Well,
still.
I'll add, it's dark. It's a very dark light, but it's not like the moon, a blue sort of light. It is almost sort of like a yellow light.
The answer to the question is yes. It's already added in.
Okay, gotcha. So
Okay.
that would have been a 20.
23 is still sufficient for the level of information I gave you.
Yeah,
We'll just have to keep that in mind in the future too.
okay. I will. Yeah, I'll go ahead and go back to the party and fill them in on on the information that I've gathered. So, guys, exposition later.
Huh? What happened?
There's a light and music.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hear
let's
the
go kill
or
her.
see the light. Lee.
No, I'm pretty certain these are Arbon's tracks, and I tell them about the weird light level because that worries me. But
And I'll add too, the tracks were going like towards your party. They were going the opposite direction that you came. And his tracks were on top of everyone else's, and your tracks were on top of his. He was the last person to come through here, and he was going back the way you came, presumably towards his home. So it's not a direction that Arban went, unless he did something strange in terms of the direction of his tracks or whatever.
Are we here to kill Arbon?
Maybe.
no, that wasn't. Well, I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is a weirdness that we should investigate, but that's up to you
Would I be
guys,
able
since
to
we
make a
are-
roll to determine like sorry, if it was like a magical light and if I can discern what kind of magical light would produce that?
You want to go take a look?
We might as well. I mean, You said the it was clear, right?
From what I could tell, it was all cleared out up until the hallway with the light.
Well, I guess we could go and check it out if you guys want.
I think we're getting
Um,
sidetracked. a
hold
little
that.
bit.
I'm gonna send Habram over, invisible. I'm gonna look through his eyes.
You guys are so cautious. Man. What happened to you guys? It's not trustworthy at all anymore.
I mean, I'm trying to go down the hallway.
That's fine. Okay.
Yes, Lee walks down the hallway, unknowing of the invisible bird.
Yeah, I was about to say, do y'all respect Orma sending in essentially a drone?
If he tells us, I'll know, but I still won't see it.
He just said, "Hang on, I'm gonna, send in Hadram."
Oh, where is he?
He's already there.
Oh. Well, huh. I've got one too. And Lee looks at the goat and he says, "Go that way."
I like to imagine the goat is facing a wall because it doesn't have dark vision.
I was kind of thinking that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go forth, go!
Wait,
Pow!
You say go that way, and then the goat is just like looking around. He can't even see which way you're pointing.
It's funny.
Anyway, so Ormus, you Worgen send off Hadram.
Yep.
Okay. And he flies all the way down and confirms the first door, and then also encounters the second entirely broken door, and can begin to see the light.
Alright, I'll just have him keep going forward.
Okay. He gets to the corner and he looks around the corner and sees a bright light at the end of a very long hallway.
I'll have him keep going forward.
Okay. He continues to move towards the bright light at the end of a long hallway.
Does he just keep going, or does he get to the light?
Seems to just keep going.
I do have one question. Is the Calliope music just like popping?
It's not Calliope.
What is it?
It's not.
Like I said, it sounded like you still haven't heard it. Dude.
Fair enough.
But to those that have heard it, it sounds like mostly a harp and maybe some drums, and it's tough to tell. But it's just like a plucking, but not a lute plucking.
Oh, you know what? I know what the problem is. Lee pulls out earplugs. All right, now,
Thunder Smite. That's a fair precaution to make.
do I hear it now?
Roll a perception check.
All right, cool.
See, I still think this is bad juju.
Well, worst case, if something attacks Habram and kills him, I can just get him back.
Yeah.
Lee, we're getting a little bit of echo.
Yeah, I don't know what's up. I'm trying to adjust it, but
Okay.
I can't. Like, if I turn it down at all, I can't hear you guys. And if I, turn down the sensitivity, it won't pick me up. I'm just gonna put it on push to talk.
Whatever works. Just try not to forget. You pipe in with
Like
the-
me.
Speaking of, with the 17, as you really crane your ear to listen, you hear it.
All right. I was just double checking to make sure that was right. Actually, I have a +4, so I guess it's a 15.
That's
No, wait, I don't even have that. I have a +3. I forgot I had a -1 to wisdom. So
You would need a 3.
okay, yeah, okay, yeah. I just added my modifier wrong because I did my math backwards because I can't find my my sheet.
Yep, you can still hear it.
Cool.
Nice. Alright, but having him go through as far as I can until he either gets to it or dies.
Okay. Don't you lose track after a mile?
Nope. Remember?
Oh yeah, he's got the whole plane of existence.
Oh yeah.
All right. How long do y'all want to wait?
I mean, I'd say after 10 minutes, it's like Fiona would probably say something. Yeah, there's clearly some magical nonsense.
Yeah.
During that 10 minutes, can I try to rig a like a spelunking light on top of my goat's head?
With what source of light?
I was gonna ask Aldrin to cast light on something, and then I was gonna like kind of put whatever that thing is, like I don't know, maybe like a coin or something, and then like put that inside of a helmet or something, so it kind of has directional, you know.
We don't have
Kind of like
a lantern
Just
or anything.
cast light on the goat.
Oh, did
no. I want it to be directional. Otherwise, it'll just flood the cavern.
Yeah, that's true.
we don't have a hooded lantern or anything?
Yeah, sure. If we have a hooded lantern, that'll work. But I was just gonna like basically put it in a bucket or something.
To my knowledge, none of you have hood lanterns.
I don't
Yeah.
think so. All I got is a scholar's pack and then climber's kit, I think.
I'll check to see what I have. But I was just gonna cast it on like a coin and then put it in something so it kind of be hooded.
All right. What do you want to put it in?
I have a small chest. Theoretically, we could put a hole in the back of it.
Maybe. Hold on. I think I might have something for this. I probably have a helmet from my other suit of armor. And I could probably use that.
All right. So you want to take.
Alright, so he just keeps going and never eventually gets to the light or anything?
yeah.
music.
And so you want to take a helmet, put light on a coin, put the coin in the helmet, strap the helmet on the goat, and then have the light come out of the eye area of the helmet.
Well, that wasn't what I was going for, but that actually sounds more badass.
Okay.
Because I was gonna lay it on its back so that the part where your head goes in would kind of be like a cone, sort of. It'd basically be like a flashlight, I'm thinking. But it would also come out of the eyes because it also would come out of the top.
Yeah.
Like put it like I could put it like face down.
You could.
Yeah, I could put it face down.
Hope
where
the
the
coin doesn't.
huh?
Hope the coin doesn't.
Oh, we probably have something to stick it to the back of the helmet with.
What do you have to stick it to the back of the helmet?
I pull out some gum that I took from Marauder's drawer. I chew it up, and then I stick it to the back of the helmet.
That gum. Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Do I need to make a Constitution check on chewing that gum I took from Marauder's dungeon?
No, you're good. It's long lasting and minty fresh. So yeah, after a lot of work, you eventually are able to create a kind of spotlight on top of your goat's head.
Is it adorable?
It's something, man. I don't. It's a giant goat with a helmet strapped on its head that now has this big beam of light going out.
Lee is asking the right questions here.
It's a personal preference thing. but
It's very cute.
you've got it. Do you want to cast light and turn it on?
I don't know. Is this a good idea? I'm just having fun, you guys.
I mean, I would say let's save it until we know if there's people trying to kill us at the end of this long tunnel.
That's fair. Yeah, I'll wait to turn it on.
All right.
Too bad Philbin isn't with us. We could have him sending Arbon and ask him about this because Arbon's tracks have been here.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, we're on such a short time crunch. I think it might be
Yeah.
better if we didn't get distracted.
Yeah.
Do you guys just want to head back?
I think it would be better if we just left this alone. We can always come back after we save the world.
Yeah, I kind of think this might be one of those things that we just kind of don't have time to mess with.
Subplot C.
Yeah. So to Arbon's house,
Yes.
and I go down the tunnel where the music's coming from.
Leave
All
me.
right.
Oh, is this not right?
No,
Yeah, you're
that's-
pretty sure it's that way.
See, that's just saw with Havram. That's the tunnel of magical lost in it.
Wasn't Havram invisible?
Yeah, but Ormus gave us the feedback of, he's been going straight, I assume.
If you can trust that guy.
Yeah, I mean, Ormus wanted to go down this wrong tunnel with me earlier.
That's a fair point.
Okay, anyway, I'll go on. I'll follow you guys because I obviously don't know where I'm going.
Alright, I guess we carry on towards the other direction that we thought Arbon's house was.
Yep.
The
Okay.
non-musical hallway.
All right. All right. You walk away, and as you walk away, the music suddenly, or not suddenly, but slowly fades to gone.
Okay, because I was going to say, if it suddenly faded to gone, yeah.
Actually, yeah, it suddenly fades to gone. After you turn one quarter, it's just gone.
Yeah.
Okay, Aldrin, I agree with you. That was some bad juju.
Yeah.
But see, now I'm worried at some point in this hallway, we're just going to hear the music again.
See, this is why we don't mess with what is clearly witch magic.
I still suspect it was just errata.
Like, if Theon glances down nervously because all of his magic is blood magic and herbology.
Witch magic, man. It's never good for anyone.
That's some voodoo.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you get back to Arvan's.
Okay, so we make our way back to Arbounds, and we're. I guess we ask Philbin if he can beam his broom down if he can do it.
He says that he's not going to be able to get it to navigate in, and I don't know if you can trust its intelligence, because I don't know if it has one. To be able to navigate on its own.
Maybe we can, I don't know, send, or Mrs. Bird?
To steer the broom?
I mean, grab it and come down, right? It's a pretty big bird, right?
No, just a
Oh,
raven.
It's like a
No.
raven.
I was thinking it was very large, about the size of the thing that its aura is. I almost said some things that the party doesn't.
Philbin says that he can just go back for it later.
By the way, would I be able to get a picture that you sent him to see what the aura of the thing looked like? I know what it is, but I just wanted to know what the picture was.
It's a picture of the thing.
Yeah, like I can link it later if you'd like.
Sure.
But yeah, Philbin says that he can just come back for it later, or you can even just go up there and get it real quick. Won't take that long.
Where exactly did he put it down?
In the sky, above the camp.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
so
it's
the
above the camp.
dwarves couldn't get it. That makes
Yep.
sense.
And it will be parked there until someone gets it or what.
Does it need, like, practice with it? Because I could use Wild Shape. I still have one of those.
I mean, I imagine that it could at least make its way into the entryway of the tunnel, like far enough to where, any dwarf see one of us retrieving it, send a person up there and have them grab it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what he was saying. You can just go up and go get it.
Yeah, if that's, yeah.
All right. Do you all wait here while he goes to do that?
Yeah.
No.
We say that we were on a time crunch.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like send Havram just in case, but like,
Mhm.
I doubt anything bad is gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right. And I'll just put this out there too. He does mention to someone that he was just about to,
Wait, he was
and
just
then
about
come
to.
back for you. Yeah, he like kind of pulls you guys aside a little bit and is just like, so yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work. I'll let you guys figure it out. I'm gonna go get my broom. But
Oh God, the people cap.
yeah, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. You can only get out 8 at a time. You've got like 12.
Shit. Oh God. God.
How many times can he do teleport a day?
Philbin and
Not enough.
Just one
the other
day,
two.
right?
Fuck.
He only has one spell slot that is big enough for teleport. Yeah.
We're back. It's ridiculous.
Do we know where Jacob is? Because Jacob can teleport too, right?
You left Jacob in Hope.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking is, oh God,
Hello? Hello?
yeah,
How many
but
days do
Jacob,
we have?
I think 3.
Alright. What about if we teleport them out and then later and then we go out the top, try to deal with the dwarves and then teleport out the next day?
Well, he'd have to teleport back to us the next day and then wait a day again to teleport.
Well, you're aware too that there are teleporters at even if you were to go to Hope, there's teleporter. There's Jacob could always just teleport back from Hope, or if you go to the city of Terenia, they have teleporters on staff, and so
Yeah.
with their dedicated portals, he can teleport back right away, and then basically, but there would be a day lost there.
Yeah, what if we just meet up with him at the place that we teleported into, the abandoned religious place with the weird creepy statue? Or maybe the town. You think the town would he be able to teleport to the town?
Yeah.
He could also teleport to anywhere you all are.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
mean,
what I was thinking was he teleports the Drow family to Hope. Jacob teleports him back, but even then we'd be losing a day while they rest.
I mean, that's 1 day lost versus 2.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Well,
want to
no matter
do?
how you cut it, it'll be 1 day. But with 2, because remember, Philbin can teleport back to anywhere. If he teleports to Terenia or to Hope, he can be teleported back either by Jacob or by the dedicated teleportation network there in Terenia. So either way, you only lose 1 day.
How many people in the family do we need to teleport? It's 4 people?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, it depends on how you count pregnancies, but yeah, 4 or 5.
Okay, 5.
How about we just do this? Have Philbin go to where Jacob is. Have Jacob use one of the teleporters from whatever town he's in, and then Jacob can teleport us there. We don't lose any
Only
time.
a teleporter in Terenia.
Yeah,
I thought you said there was one in Hope.
Nope.
Guys,
Jacob is the teleporter in Hope.
Yeah.
I think technically, mechanically, her being pregnant, that counts as something being worn or carried. So
So it's 4. But by the count of 4, if you include your animals, you have 12.
yeah, I can leave the goat. I can definitely leave the goat.
I mean, that cuts us down to 11, but that would mean that we still have 3 over. 8 plus 3 is 11, right?
How much weight do we have in the bags of holding?
It's not about weight, it's about individuals.
What I'm thinking
Well,
is
that's
we
in a
hide 2 of
separate
us in the
dimensional
bag of
space.
holding.
But we need to be able to breathe.
Hang on. One at a time there.
It wouldn't matter because it would still count as a person.
Yeah, it would still be a person.
Mm,
Okay, so we've got it down to 10, right, without the animals.
If you leave your companions, yes.
And we need to get it down to 8. So,
Technically, you need to get it up to 9. Because remember, it's Philbin and 8 willing creatures, up to 8 willing. So you got Philbin, Ormus, Mollymort, Lee, Theon, Aladrin, and then you've got the 4 others, which is 10. But you can only technically do 9 at a time.
yeah.
okay.
So minus Philbin, somebody's going to have to get left behind.
All right. I'll stay.
Mm.
Something or someone,
Yeah, I'll stay. I can
and then the
give
4
my-
family members. 9.
Well, yeah.
It's important to remember as well, whoever stays, I mean, because if you guys, depending on where you guys want to go the next day, it could be an issue too, even just getting back. Because at that point, if you wanted to get to, say, back to Bakata, okay, you go back to Bakata, then it takes a day to teleport back to Lee, and then it takes another day to get Lee back. Like,
I'll tell you what.
It's gonna be 2 days lost if you split up too.
Well, hold on. You guys can leave me behind. If Philbin can get Jacob to teleport to me, and then me and Jacob will teleport to Bakata and wait for the rest of you.
So you would still just lose a day. So it's a question of whether you want to lose a day separate or lose a day together.
Well, they won't lose a day. I'll be the only one to lose a day.
Yeah.
They can go do They can go do whatever they need to
Teleport
do.
to Terenia.
But what do you guys need to do?
They teleport the drow wherever, and then teleport all of us to the next place.
Honestly, I think you guys should go back to Terenia.
This does bring up a point that I did want to talk about. We don't know where the net is exactly.
Honestly, at this point, I don't think we should worry about it. I think we need to
So-
focus on resurrecting Bahamut, and that's it.
I still think that's going to take way too much time. I think we got to start prepping for a defense.
And I'll remind you as well, to resurrect Bahamut, the list of things you needed included talking to the Drow Necromancer, which you all didn't do.
Yeah.
Well, Aldrin, about the defense. If I stay and Jacob comes and gets me and we go to Bakata, I can start the defense while you guys figure out the shit with Bahamut.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is this might be the best option is if you guys leave and Philbin can get a hold of Jacob to come and get me and take us both to Bakata, I'll be in Bakata to help things get rolling.
Yeah.
And I think the best bet would be instead of trying to get the net, I think you guys should probably try to resurrect Bahamut.
That's a fair assessment.
The door opens to the front door of Arban's, well, not just Arban's, let's be honest, it's Miz's as well, and his entire family. Anyway,
Theon immediately pulls his sword.
their little room that they've had set aside for a while. Well decorated carpets and things on the walls. It's decent. Let's be honest, it's not great, but hey, what are you gonna do? But anyway, the door opens, and on the other side, you feel warmth and you see light and you hear loud but festive music, and you see a rather pissed off Arata
Oh,
going, "What the hell, guys? I sent you an invite. What's taking so long?"
I knew it.
We've got a lot going on right now.
Yeah,
I mean, to be
Arata,
fair, to solve our problems. He can drop
hey,
us off anywhere.
We can. I wouldn't complain too much. He can answer questions give us answers for questions that we have.
He can answer questions and drop us off anywhere.
He smiles and waves at the very confused family that are frightened at the sudden daylight, and they're sheltering your eyes.
Arata, we really didn't get an invite because we haven't been staying in one place long lately because we kind of got stuff to deal with.
Yeah, I'm sure you know.
Fine. If y'all want me to leave you alone,
No, Arata, wait.
No, we did not say that.
Yeah,
He's,
Arata,
like,
we actually
reaching
need
for
your
the
help.
doorknob. And
In fact, we enjoy your company, Arata.
Please, Arata, we need you. You're our only hope.
He
enjoy is a
smiles.
strong word.
You coming or not? And he motions.
Sure. Yeah, Philbin, can you stay and teleport them out? Because I
Philbin
think
has
Arata can drop us off.
Philbin has already left to go get his broom.
can we leave him a note?
Yeah, leave him a note that I guess our problem of capacity has been solved because Arata shenanigans.
Potentially. Let's just tell the drow folk that we left with give a description of Arata.
It's like a sexy Philbin.
You mean Philbin isn't sexy?
It's like a less sexy Philbin.
All right, you leave a message with
Yeah.
Did you leave it after the beep?
everyone else.
That's the important part.
Indeed. So, do you all go through the door as Arata is motioning for you? He's got a big smile on his face too, and in fact,
Hell yeah, I'm even gonna go up and hug him.
he's even got flowers in his hair.
Oh, I'm so
You smell better when you're awake.
Whoa!
I mean, Arata, I think this kind of solves our problem, so yeah.
All right, so
We'll solve your
still
problem.
hold the door open.
I've already gone through and hugged him.
I'll
Everyone-
leap through.
Theon cautiously puts his swords away and walks through.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a dexterity. Or
Okay, I have a +0 to that, so this might be really, really horrifying.
okay. Luckily, you're not in heavy armor, which I would give you disadvantage. I'm assuming pets come along as well.
Not bad.
Yay! Yes.
Yes, pets to come in as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Lee. Yes, you somewhat successfully pull off a combat roll through this door.
Nice.
And find yourself on the other side, crouched on the warmed flagstones in the familiar town of Athropos. The small village where you all had, not that long ago, in fact, not only saved from werewolves, but also aided two villagers in their wedding preparations by visiting a goddess in space. And you all have, as you look around, can see that the festival seems to be going quite along. It's quite similar to the former festival that you had, but as you look, there is only one woman in a crown and with a cape. Julia finally getting her long-sought wedding day.
So,
Yay!
Hmm?
how long has it been, Arata, for versus you? You know there's time shenanigans going on. Just keep us in the loop.
He says that for me, I think 400, maybe 400 years. For you guys, I really don't pay attention. And for them, and he points to everyone else, about 20 minutes.
Yay! I was so sad that I had missed the wedding. So like I'm super hyped to be back. What bad thing is gonna happen now, or is this good?
Oh, this is gonna be bad. I can feel it in my bones.
It's so.
Every time Arata shows up, something terrible happens.
What did
Yeah.
you say, Molly Mort?
That I'm excited.
I know you guys are so paranoid. Just chill out, jeez.
I
This is why
think
we need. This is why we need an errata session. You guys are getting a little too serious.
Fiona actually does calm down a little bit, and he actually, can I have one of those power crowns?
He says, of course, and he points over to where just a whole bunch of, well, not a whole bunch, but a couple of local girls, or flower girls, apparently, are more than happy to be put flowers in people's hairs. In fact, they're going up and sneaking up behind unsuspecting farmers and villagers and putting flowers in their hair. They seem to be making a game of it.
I joined the game.
Nice.
Get on this.
I'm getting in on it, and also every once in a while I'm feeding one to the goat.
You remember Lee too, because as you look, you see Wallen with a rather swollen goat himself. You remember the ritual of their weddings, and you think that maybe that this is like parental guidance necessary for goat violence kind of deal. Like maybe he doesn't want to see this. But anyway,
Yeah, I'll take the goat out when it looks like they're about to sacrifice the goat. The other
yeah, that's fair. Cover his eyes with the helmet that's still strapped to his head.
I'll just put my hands over his eyes. It's fine.
That's fair. But yeah, you all just see a feast and quite happy. And when you all come back, eventually Julia was able to come back over and say that she was so worried that y'all had left early, and because she didn't see you all, but she's very glad that you can make it. And she, like gives kisses on cheeks and hugs, and she looks very excited. She's changed out of her adventure gear that you all had seen earlier when you went to see Selune, the goddess of the moon, in your wonderful trip to space.
Is she wondering why we all looked like a month haggard from last time the 20 minutes ago?
Well, a reminder as well on your side. It's only been a couple of days.
Really? Okay. Well, Aldrin's probably still covered in blood.
Yeah, Fion's fully got a month's worth of beard growth going on.
Sure, but she's smart enough to ask things like that about, in terms of questions to friends of Arata. He comes and goes, and you rarely see him. He might change clothes 10 times in a day. It happens.
Oh, and when she walks over, Fion reaches his hand up from the patch of flowers he's now laid down, face down in for the handshake.
Indeed. There's handshakes all around, and she says, please enjoy yourself. And, she's very super excited. Huge smile. You were saying, Molly Mort?
I just said so am I. Molly Mort's absolutely just beaming.
Good. Yeah, it looks like the entire village turned out, and then some. They might have brought in some of the settlements even closer around. There's a lot of people in for this party. There's, in fact, an entire cart full of barrels that seem to be tapped. There's a lot of drink to go around. But like before, there's, in terms of food, it's relatively simple stuff. It looks like they're waiting for the real food, or rather the meaty food, to be cooked with the goat, the sacrifice. But it looks like where before, the mass wedding you saw, there were several grooms and several goats. This time with only one, they at least planned ahead and knew that that would not be enough, and they have bolstered the supplies with pre-butchered animals. In fact, there was a pig seemingly waiting for a spit, but only mostly cooked.
Also, just as a side note, because this got me thinking about it, Tooth Gnasher and Tooth Grinder are based off of the Thor myth.
Mhm.
So, like, they entirely, like, in the Thor myth, he has two goats that pull his chariot, and he slaughters them every night, eats them, and then they, like, regenerate.
Yep.
Yep.
We had discussed this before, where I'd allow it if you want to go that route.
No.
They don't mind. It's fine. No, I think Lee's a little too attached to them.
Hmm. Yeah, big goat too. So, does anyone want to mingle? Looks like Arata's going over to get his cup on.
Absolutely.
Fion lays in a flower patch for about 10 or 15 minutes. Yeah. Just kind of. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, just kind of enjoying the relative peace of nature before getting up and going to get drinks and involve himself in the.
Yeah, you can see that the sun is getting very close to setting. And you all remember, too, that due to perhaps how they choose the particular days, or maybe it's just an astronomical wonder of this particular world, but almost immediately after sunset, there is a moon rise. And you all, of course, know what occasionally will happen with moonlight and the surrounding wildlife here, and even some of the possible villagers around you. But yeah, you had secured a deal with Salune some time ago, not too long ago. You of course also remember it, but we as mere humans in the meta world, it was a long time ago. But you had secured a deal with Salune that she would bless their marriage and protect it from the massive number of werewolves that are starting to consume this world.
Okay.
Just saying.
Can I still do a thing?
What would you like to do?
I just wanted to I wanted to get some flower crowns.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that was my form of mingling. Is I've joined in and just getting a bunch of flower crowns and I'm running around and basically throwing them at people.
That works. So Fion and Lee are playing with flowers. What are you doing, Aldrin? Well, Fion's going to be going to cook, I understand. But anyway, go on, Aldrin.
Well, Fion does have a question he wants to ask Arata, but it's not consequential, so the rest of the party can go first.
Sure. Aldrin?
I'm drinking to numb the pain in my stomach after being stabbed by a drow assassin.
That's good. It's an alarming amount of pain. You think the poison is probably going to linger because it kind of stings and it's numb. Like it burns and it's numb, and that's not good.
Yeah.
But you're probably not going to die, so whatever.
This is probably
You had some lay on hands from Lee.
It'll probably be fine.
This would probably be a decent time to take a short rest and try to heal up a little bit.
Yeah.
Assuming werewolves don't suddenly come out, almost certainly this will count as a short rest.
Don't worry, I have something planned.
Good. Mollymore, what are you doing in this festivities?
I am mingling and enjoying the flower crowns and enjoying the drinks and talking to everybody. And I am just delighted.
And they're all delighted to see you as well. You're just a jovial person. Plus, everyone loves gnomes. Even these people who have never.
They are the best.
For you. And Ormus, what are you doing?
Well, first thing I'm gonna tell Arata that when he has a minute, I have a few questions that I gotta ask him pertaining to Bahamut's revival. But other than that,
That's funny. I've got a question about that too.
okay.
A couple of questions. So, I'm curious, and I know it's not my place. Maybe it's the drink talking. How did y'all ever get the necromancers to help you?
We did.
You all aren't there. He's talking with Ormus alone.
That is a very excellent question, and I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Hmm. And what did you want to know?
How we went about reviving him. Like if there were any steps that you could reveal to us.
He says,
That's
well,
what
that's
we're
kind
looking.
of related to my question that I asked.
Hmm.
Is that all you want to know?
If there was any kind of ritual that we should know about that Bahamut might have told you about.
He says, well, communication is difficult, but in terms of the details, he shrugs and takes a sip, and he says, I really shouldn't interfere. It breaks every rule from your time to do that. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean,
Come on, it's us. It's us. It's for the better good. You know this.
yeah, I was gonna say like.
Not like we're not gonna do it anyway. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Ormus. I bet like you have been with the party. I bet you know how time crunchy and desperate we are to find something out. So like, I imagine that would flavor your.
That's why I went directly to him and started asking him questions.
He says, while grabbing 2 fresh drinks off of the a server going by, putting one in front of you and one in front of him beside his mostly empty one, and he says, "I'll make you a deal. I'll tell you everything I know, but you have to swear to never tell anyone. Deal?"
Not even my party members.
Never ever tell anyone.
All right. Deal. Shake his hand.
All right. Is that an actual promise that you are making that you will commit to, even if
Yep.
it means life and death?
Yep.
Okay. You shake hands and you let go, and he's just laughing so hard. And he slaps your shoulder and says, "All right, let me get you a fresh drink." And he picks up your empty cup from in front of you and goes to get you refills.
Woo!
So,
My man.
let's see.
He knows how to get an elf red in the face.
Yeah, it's a bit odd though, because he just put down a full cup and then picked up an empty cup a second later. Yeah, it's
Well, he probably drank it. Or
Yeah.
just assuming that you thought that I drank it. Which I would have.
Or I snuck in and drank it.
Yes. Molly, did you drink it?
We'll never know.
Not saying.
Lee, you said you had a plan.
For what? What? Huh?
No, okay then. So
If the
Fionn,
if the wolf show up?
well,
or
I
do
don't
you
know.
mean-
You said you had a plan earlier. I don't know. I was just asking.
I don't remember out of context. I have a lot of plans.
That's fine. So Fionn,
Theon is going to approach Arata, and he's got a drink in his hand, and his face is a little red. And he says, "Arata, I am wondering something. Is this the same Earth that?" And he goes into a kind of a whispered voice when he says this part. Is this the same Earth that we call home?
he shakes his head, says, "No, we're in a different sphere of existence right now. How much do you know about out there?" And he looks up with his eyes.
Not a lot, but I've always believed that there's something out there that could make contact with. Fully out of character right now. Fully, I'm leaning into Fion's paranoia because I feel like it would be a very Fion thing to believe that there's aliens, but not really mention it to anybody until he had somebody who could physically prove it.
Wizards.
And you did wait patiently for the last 10 minutes while he was talking to Ormus, and then, waiting that entire time. It's worth getting an answer, especially. But yeah, he says that there's life everywhere, and he points up and he says every single one of those dots is another system. It's another world, and most of those worlds have people on them, just like you.
Fion's eyes light up a little bit as one of his conspiracy theories are confirmed.
You can see a little tear coming out of his eye, or one of his eyes as he smiles.
Fion takes a swig, and that's beautiful. I've always been wondering. I always knew.
Yeah, he nods and pats your shoulder, and returns to give a fresh drink to Ormus.
I'm gonna grab this one this time.
All right, you grab it. Let's see. Aladrin, you've been drinking a bit. It certainly is helping. You just want to keep drinking?
Yeah. I'm gonna drink until I don't feel the burning in my stomach anymore.
God damn it. Fucking phone.
Indeed.
Sorry.
That's fine. Lee, how are you passing the time?
I'm still running around, frolicking and throwing flower crowns at people. Should I make a ranged attack to see how this is going?
Go for it. Molina,
Yeah.
are you also just still smooching, or are you playing, or what?
I am socializing, making sure to, congratulate Julia as well as Wallen, and just chatting and possibly finding out a bit more about the couple and maybe the area. Yeah, probably the area a bit. She definitely has questions.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mollymort, for one, with your passive perception and a relative stable position as you speak with Julia, you notice a couple of different things. One, that Aladrin is, like, not looking great. He's drinking a lot, but that's okay. He's Aladrin. It's fine. You notice Ormus was talking with Philbin, and then at one point just like they were just whispering back and forth very quickly. And then Ormus gulped down his drink in a wow, I need a drink sort of a sense. And then Rada just started laughing. And then you can notice that Fion is also getting somewhat drunk, but is helping to cook, and that's a plus. And Lee, the little game that the flower girls are playing in terms of being very careful and putting the flowers in places and tossing the flowers and such, Lee has made a tremendous leap of skill, and he has been making these perfect rings of flowers. And you know the carnival game where you throw a ring on top of a bottle? It's kind of like that, but Lee, for whatever reason, has gotten really good at just, okay, there's no other really way to say it. In terms of our terms, he's just laying people all over the place. Just these rings and wreaths and necklaces of flowers just being tossed out with perfect precision. And it's really bringing up the atmosphere.
I throw one at Molly, too.
God.
Successfully.
Aha! I do a fist pump and victory pose.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, after a few, since this is gonna count as a short rest, after a few minutes, Fion will have socializing and cooking and stuff. Fion will separate himself off and kind of, vanish off into the town for a little bit. My intention is to do more spell slaughtery and viewing stuff.
That works.
Oh,
Go on.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna join Molly in socializing after I land a successful, perfect hit.
Indeed, you did.
And she's got like 5 flower crowns in her head because I just in quick succession threw a bunch of them.
I didn't even realize you got a nat 20 on that. Jesus Christ, dude. Nice.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, on a dex. I have a 0 to dex.
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
damn.
Nat 20 to throw flower rings. It works.
I think he has experience in flowery frolicking.
Perhaps. Mollymort? Well, he does have a little sister. Anyway, Mollymort, you said you had questions about the local area for Julia?
Yeah, Molly certainly would be a little chatterbox and want to know things.
Any questions in particular?
Well, my phrasing by that meant I don't know what
That's fine.
but she would.
Understood. That's perfectly fair. And Ormus, the sun looks like it's getting pretty low. Philbin brings your refill back. Do you have any further questions for him?
When did Philbin get here?
Not Philbin.
Not if I got that information from him.
Yeah, Arata.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm dumb. I
It's
did
fine.
not. Okay, yeah, my bad.
But yeah, when Arata sits down and gives you the refill, you can see that people are starting to gather together and get into sort of decent sitting positions or standing positions even for the marriage. But do you have any more questions for him, Oramus?
Nope. That was just the information I needed, I think. I hope.
Well, you didn't get any information, did you?
Not yet. I'd pester him about it. If he didn't yet.
Yeah. As you ask him about it again, he said, "Yep, absolutely," and nods.
I didn't realize that the necromancers were going to be completely necessary, and I actually had concocted a plan on what we kind of going to say what I thought we should try to do about Bahamut.
Well,
But like,
they're not necessary. But go on.
well, I mean, I did have a plan that once we got to Bahamut and like we're going to do it, that I was going to suggest, but it's extremely risky, and I kind of have some ideas of what we can do beforehand to like find out if one, it's a good idea, or two, if there's a better way. So, I kind of have an idea of what I think we should do, but it's stupid risky. So I would rather not do it unless if we like know, unless if anybody else doesn't have any ideas and we're kind of left up. This is our only option. Essentially, my idea is that we kill Bahamut so that we can resurrect him.
That I had that idea earlier too, but I didn't know if we talked about it yet or not.
Though before we do that, I suggest we use that one question we have of a god to.
Yeah, I absolutely intended to use that for any attempted resurrection.
Yeah, I was gonna say we do that first, and if that doesn't work out, I say we just get the heart, we go to Bahamut's corpse, we break the egg, with Orin and everybody in attendance, and then we attempt to resurrect him, because that's an enormous risk. But at this point, I almost feel like, if nothing else works, that's going to be necessary, free his soul so that he can be resurrected.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the game plans, and although we were hoping for somebody who could, resurrect him, but I don't think we ever found anyone to resurrect him. That was supposed to be the warlord, wasn't it?
I thought we had Orin.
He knew greater restoration, which we were hoping would help with the, the petrification.
Yeah. So the situation where it was left up is essentially you all tried greater restoration on the heart of stone, and it didn't do anything. And so the conclusions that were come to were that you wanted to resurrect Bahamut, but the issue is Bahamut isn't technically dead. And then there's a question of you could perhaps kill him, but then it's a question of does it count when the body died or when the soul died?
That's what I'm saying, is that, like, I feel like at this point we're going to have to risk it.
So you'd have to find someone who can do a resurrection.
I thought, so Orin can't? Damn it.
He said that he couldn't, he wasn't thinking, he was pretty sure he couldn't do it. So you'd have to find someone who could do a resurrection. And on top of that, too, generally speaking, having a body, or at least part of a body, is very helpful in certain cases. I mean, there's a couple different ways to come about it. I'm not saying it won't work. I'm just saying that this is roughly where the conversation had left off.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize that we didn't have somebody who could cast resurrection, because I guess Bahamut was the one doing that for himself.
Yeah,
Hey,
he attempted to resurrect himself.
hold on. So, we did for a while definitely have access to somebody who could bring people back to life. We had Yara. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Correct.
I don't see why that would be any less valid than somebody who knows, well, I don't even know which spell technically she used. I think it was Resurrect.
Yeah, we could grab her and attempt, like, get everyone together, at the site of Bahamut's corpse with the heart and just, like, attempt to resurrect there. But that might take a couple of days to, like, get all together.
And also, too, the only person she brought back, she had the body, and he had been dead less than 20 hours, as opposed to a god that's been dead for thousands of years, possibly, and also there's no body.
Well, I mean, you say that's been dead for 24 hours, but technically his soul isn't dead at all, so the only issue, if
Yeah. Not making a body. She'd have to make a body, though. That's, I think, the issue here.
that's the trouble.
Yeah, it's the body that is part of the problem. Is you think the body is out there someplace, but all you have is the heart. That's the only piece of it you have, and it's not even flesh anymore. It's stone.
Yeah,
Hence the thought of the necromancers, because they would perhaps be able to turn the stone heart into a flesh heart to give enough of a body to grow off of.
It, is Miz a necromancer?
Well,
Wasn't there also the debate on potentially getting one of the dragons in hope to just give up their body for Bahamut?
yes, there was that he could possibly temporarily take it over.
I remember that was a very loose
but that-
discussion.
Comes with some other issues too, where that's certainly not permanent.
yeah. Question there is, will he get the benefit of, his own magic doing that, or will he just be as good as the dragon who's, the former former
Exactly.
owner of the body fighting? At that
There
point,
was also
them fight. We don't know.
exactly. There was also some talk of taking the for lack of a better term, the egg containing Bahamut's soul to a fight with Tiamat to try and have him steal Tiamat's body. You also discussed that.
Unfortunately, legendary actions are a thing, so
Yeah.
that doesn't give me a lot of hope.
I don't know. Who knows? I don't know whether it's his body or his soul that offers him the legendary action. But there is also the thing about if we do try to resurrect him, then his soul will be, floating about. He might possess somebody else, anybody, and then he might be able to pop out and try to possess Tiamat at that point anyway.
That's assuming he turns into a ghost that can try to possess someone. As he is
Mm.
now, his soul is trapped within a magical vessel protecting it, but it's not really, he's not able to possess anyone fully. And also, too, if you break the vessel, which is what some had said, then that would possibly release his soul in the sense of sending it to another plane or even destroying it.
Yes, this is true.
I guess we still don't know what to do then.
But right now it's a wedding, so speaking of, sun is just about to set. Do you all want to get good seats? We're standing in the back with plenty of the others, or
Well,
or not?
I'm a little worried about werewolves, but I know the wedding was blessed by the goddess of the moon, so I guess it'll be okay.
It was.
I tried to sit in the front. I tried to sit right up front.
That's good.
I'll say a quick prayer.
Always a plus.
Yeah, Fionn comes back and it appears that he's wearing like a loose sleeveless kind of tunic thing and tries to get up towards
I'll just sit next to Molly.
Fionn, do you want to get a seat up front, or do you want to stand up front? Because it's like benches and things, but it's not like there's pews in a church or chairs for viewing. It's like a picnic area that they're simply utilizing. Some people are standing, some people are sitting.
Fiona will stand.
Okay. There's a bunch of people behind you that kind of gruff a little bit as they kind of would just to be able to see.
I mean, I imagine he would try to find somewhere not in people. Fiona does know that he's an 8-foot tall thing.
Yeah.
Stand off to the side. Yeah.
Aldrin, you still just drinking at the back, one of the back tables there?
Yeah.
That's fair. How about you, Ormus? Assuming he's still with us.
You know,
Shit's fucking annoying. I hate Discord.
Sorry.
Yeah.
did you guys know that Detect Thoughts material component is a copper piece?
Huh.
Huh.
Yeah,
Penny for your thoughts?
I like that.
exactly. There's a lot of them like that. That the joke is the material components. It's like an Easter egg. Anyway, Ormus, where are you sitting?
Yeah.
Or standing?
I'm gonna try and get in the front.
All right, everybody gets in front. Arata stays in the back, kind of near you, Allergen. He doesn't say anything. He just sits down with you.
I am going to grab Aldrin by the hand and try to pull him into the crowd to join everybody.
I'll begrudgingly come along, taking my drink with me.
Arata will give a chuckle.
I like Aldrin. He's basically just the drunk uncle of the family.
That's true. All grouchy and always getting into fights. But
Yeah.
yeah, you're able to all rest and relax a bit as the sun just drops down, and the priest comes out wearing goat leggings once again, and he is able to give this ceremony of fertility again, including, Wallen sacrificing a goat and the blood being splashed on a very happy Julia, and kissing, of course, to make it official.
I cover the goat's eyes during the sacrifice part.
That's probably for the best. And there you are. The wedding hath occurred, and afterwards, everyone's very excited. The goat is carted away to be quickly butchered, and the real party begins now. Everyone's cheering, and it's all quite good. And in fact, the sheriff comes over, and Julia's father comes over and shakes all your hands and thanks you again for really helping to make this day happen. It wouldn't have happened, guys.
I'm gonna get really. Lee's gonna get really emotional and just start hugging people. He hugs the sheriff. He hugs Molly. He hugs Aldrin. Just hugs.
Molly absolutely cuddled and hugged Aldrin during the ceremony, except not so much when the goat was killed. Then she kind of stopped and covered her eyes.
Because they are savages.
Because it's a living creature and they just murdered it.
For food.
And for fertility. But you notice too, where before in this ceremony the moon had risen opposite, and as you look, there is no moon. And as the sun disappears and the sky darkens, you can see a night that is more full of stars, more stars than you have ever seen. Just horizon to horizon, massive amount of pinpricks of light of various different colors. It's quite beautiful. And the party continues. A perfect evening, relatively. Does anyone else have any specific business they want to do, or you all just want to enjoy the evening and eventually be sent back by Harada to wherever, or possibly whenever?
Molly will go up to Arata and ask why he sent us away if he's just going to bring us right back? I mean, right back, I guess, by their time.
Wait a minute. He said whenever.
He says that he didn't think that you would be interested.
I mean, this has been a nice break from the events.
He nods and says he's happy to help out a little bit.
Arata, the perfect time to put us back into the world. Maybe you could put us back in, like, right after we resurrect Bahamut.
He says, but if I send you in then who would resurrect?
Damn it, you're right. Oh, well, for the shot.
However, I have an idea. We can go back to just after we finish the duel.
I
Oh.
mean, just after
Yeah.
we got out of eyesight, at least, because
No.
us
we
appearing
wanna-
in front of us would not be.
Ugh.
That breaks time laws, doesn't it?
I wonder if I could beat my own ass.
Well, now
Aldrin asking the real questions.
Yeah, the real questions indeed.
You are a level higher now, so
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. You did level. You could beat the crap out of him, and you had a short rest. And I'm sure being that drunk gives you some advantage.
Yeah.
only for barbarians.
And drunken masters.
Yeah.
Pretty sure drunken masters only act drunk. They're not actually, or at least in D&D.
Yeah. But you could flavor it however you'd like, I imagine.
Well, see,
D&D.
I'm pretty sure it's the opposite. It's in real life they're not really drunk, but in D&D they totally are.
Yeah, exactly. There's a whole monastery of dwarven monks that are very specific about being drunk while fighting. Anyway. So, where do you all
What
want
do
to
you guys
go back?
think?
I
We
like
can
this.
retcon a little bit and go back to right after we finish the duel and try and get an audience with the necromancers.
Do you want to do that, or do you want to solve the problem of Philbin not being there and getting put out somewhere that we need to go? Because if we go back to the place, then we're going to have the time problem again.
Well, you remember, too, that you told Philbin that, problem solved.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we need to go to wherever we need to go next.
I mean, well, we still need a teleporter, so that's not. I was gonna say maybe we could eke out, somehow being put off close to the net, but it's just there's so much trouble with that. It's not really worth the effort.
Yeah, I mean, we could go to Terenia.
He could put us 10 minutes before we found the net.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, can you put us 10 minutes before we found the net?
That brings up the question of when he puts us back in place, is he putting us back in place or our consciousness back into our bodies? And I think that it's us back in place because, like, my only worry is us seeing us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, basically, anyway, he's just kind of listening as you all discuss this.
Honestly, I think Terenia or Hope is probably our best bet.
So guys, I kind of have a teleportation scroll that I've had for a long time. I forget if anybody can actually use it.
Anybody can. It's a scroll.
Philbin could.
I think it has to be on your spell list.
Oh, you have to be able to use the spell.
Yeah,
If
you
you
have
have
to
a-
be able to use the spell.
Yeah, like if you have a bardic scroll, none of us could use it.
Yeah, Philbin has the requisite spell slot level. Philbin could use it. But
All right. Honestly, what do you guys think about going back to Hope?
Yeah, because then we could grab Jacob and at least have another body to put in front of
Mm.
Tiamat when we go through that hell.
Well, what I'm saying is I think we go back to Hope and try to deal with the Bahamut issue, like, then go to Bakata and deal with, because Tiamat's coming up like very soon.
Yeah.
Back in your time, you think 2 or 3 days. Yeah. And on top of that, too, also, if you go to Hope, there's this kind of little issue of possibly incurring the wrath of the Queen or the royal house because you haven't killed her husband yet.
Working on it. It's on our to-do list. It has to be after Lieg, so it's gonna happen. We're working on it.
But what's
Okay.
another 10 days?
So technically,
She never really gave us a time frame of when we needed to kill him anyway.
Yes,
Yeah.
but she did say it was on the condition that Bahamut didn't know, and it'll be a lot trickier to hide something from him, maybe. But anyway, doesn't matter. You guys can do it whenever.
I mean, when it
As
really
soon as
comes
the
down
hits are
to
off.
it, sorry,
No,
when
it's
it really
fine. Go
comes
on.
down to it, if the circumstances aren't perfect where we can resurrect him, I feel like it would be easy enough to go in and just straight murk him. So like, if we do incur the wrath, then we fix it easily. Granted that it wouldn't be ideal.
Okay, so I have a proposal. What if we go to Hope, check in on Philbin, make sure him and everybody are okay. Grab Jacob, have Jacob teleport us back to the Drow people.
It's gonna take a long time.
How so?
Well,
How's that
okay,
take?
if you said we go back to Hope, check in on Philbin, and then teleport back with Jacob, right?
Yeah.
And then we have the teleportation scroll
Yes.
to get back.
Well,
I guess we could do that all in one day.
A reminder too, not to interrupt, but Philbin. Well, when you all left, Philbin was still with the Drow. Technically,
That's what I'm saying. Aren't they teleporting to Hope?
you don't know.
All right. See if we
What
can.
did we tell them to do?
I feel like we agreed
Don't do
to
anything.
go to Hope.
You just said that the problem was solved. You didn't really tell him what to do.
Well, before he left, I mean.
It's okay.
Technically, I can use the teleport scroll. It would just require a very high roll.
That's a risk. And if you don't roll high enough, will you be able to try again? Will it take a
No,
day?
the scroll vanishes if I fail.
Yeah, that's what
Risky.
I'm saying. That's why I'm saying we should go back to Hope.
Yeah, I agree. I think Hope is the best option.
Yeah.
I think we should still try to get back to the warlord and see if he can,
I don't
do
think
the
that's. I just don't think that that's going to be an avenue that's going to work out for us because, like, we barely got the what do you call it, the bow.
I'm thinking Hope is the best option. Teleporting with Jacob, and if it just so happens that the Queen demands that we either kill the King immediately or get the fuck out or has us, whatever, we can do it. It's just not ideal. Yeah.
I mean, if we don't talk to the queen, then there's no issue there.
Yeah, I'm just thinking in terms of what if everything hits the fan when we go there, and I feel like Hope is the least crappy option.
Yeah, I would say go to Hope and hope to God that all of our people there are not imprisoned because the Queen is mad at us.
I mean, if Arata drops us off at Jacob anyways, then imprisonment be damned, unless they have some sort of anti-teleportation spell wording up or something.
Wait. Actually, there's not much magic there, is there? Because there's not many, clerics and stuff.
There are
So there might
yeah, there are virtually no clerics, but there is some magic, though not much. But it's likely that they don't have much of a defense against it. But again, from where you left it, Mark was often causing trouble, and Jacob, it's tough to tell. And Utagoro looked like he was forming an army.
Well, maybe we'll have the Utagorian army to help fight him up.
So we have the town guard, we've got the Verbenville Philbinites, and then we have the Utagorian army. Morningstar's not going to stand a chance.
I mean, but it's more the dragon that we're worried about than Morningstar itself.
Well, yeah, but we'll handle the dragon, hopefully, if we can get Bahamut resurrected.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're trying to figure out how to do now, isn't it?
Yep, that's literally what we're trying to figure out how to do.
So the issue is his body, which is why I think we should go try to talk to the, Drow warlord.
Well, did Arata say that they weren't necessary, or was that DM out of character?
No, that was me saying that.
Okay.
It's not really railroaded. It's just you've got this strange puzzle. I personally, as the DM, I thought about this for a long time. I only know of one solution, and you guys, I hinted at it a bit before. But if you guys come up with another solution, or you can always just say screw it. You can just stab Arata right now. You can do whatever. I mean, it's in the end, the game will go wherever you all want it to go. I don't want you to feel like you have to go to the necromancers just because I said so or anything. But essentially,
He's going to need a body.
yeah, from the metagaming standpoint, is you need someone who can fluidly control life and death. You need a body to bring back. I mean, you need stuff.
I mean, I guess we can try it. Like, I'm cool with that.
This brings up the problem of teleportation again. Though, if we go down there to talk to them, how are we going to get out?
The scroll.
Yeah,
Who can cast it?
We go get Jacob and have him teleport there, and then use the scroll to leave, or vice versa.
Okay, that's the.
I guess we can do that. Well, I wasn't missing that. It's just we need the scroll to get around fast enough to take care of getting to the places that we need to get to get all of Bahamut's body parts together and Bahamut together and everyone together.
Yeah, I feel like this is a major role in that.
And the scroll will only work for one teleport.
That's what I'm saying. I think we need that for when we're getting everybody together and everything together at Bahamut's body.
I mean, but we need Bahamut's body. That's kind of the thing we need.
That's what I'm saying, is we need Bahamut's body.
Yeah.
To qualify using the scroll in the first place.
I mean,
so Arata asks again. So, where do y'all want me to put you?
I wave my hand dispensively and say, "Give us a minute."
Don't be rude.
This is
Part
important conversation.
Molly just turned to him and says, "Adults are talking."
Is he?
He's at least 400 because he said it's been 400 years for us. For him,
You
rather.
have no idea. He hasn't aged a day since you met him, but I'll also add too that he doesn't seem to also be like a physical being.
Yeah. Part of me just wants to say, screw it, we can fix Bahamut after.
Either way, all of our plans hinge on being close to around having Jacob. So I
Yeah.
feel like the thing that we can agree on is we need to be dropped off at Jacob.
Yeah, let's go to Hope. And if we have to go back to the Drow, I feel like that's what we got to do. But like, first things first, let's go to Hope.
Hmm.
Okay.
All right. So he says you want to go to Hope.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I know it's just stressful trying to resurrect a god.
I will qualify just because I feel like we might need to qualify this, preferably as close to Jacob as we can.
Oh yes, please.
He says
Arata
that-
doesn't know who Jacob is.
True.
I use minor illusion to show what he looks like.
He says, yeah, that doesn't help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's fine. I'll just send you to Hope someplace.
to the old man's house that the Hobbit used to embody. I imagine they would be clear nearby that at least.
Waldo?
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that place. Okay, I'll send you there.
Well, wait. Before that's cemented, is everybody cool with
He's
that?
got his
Us saying
hands up,
that?
Yep.
fingers together.
let's do it.
Let's go.
Where's my goat? Wait.
Your goat is able to easily be.
Am I riding it?
Do you want to be riding it?
Well, I want to not have been riding it before we teleported, but then when we're there, I am.
I mean, you mostly it's like beaming. You'll be kind of in the same roughly configured space.
If I was riding it, would we be fused together when we got to Hope in some sort of horrifying fly-esque amalgamation?
I know a great way to find out.
Let's do this.
You'd be a goat centaur.
Lee's true form.
Please, ultimate form.
All right, but Arata's still holding up his hand. He's like, all right, are we good to go now?
We should.
I mean, yeah.
All right. He snaps his fingers, and you all find yourself in the sort of living area of the house of the former tanner that you knew as Waldo, the kind blind fellow that died just recently, and also
Fine.
was occupied by the soul of a dragon god. It's nighttime and quiet. What would you all like to do?
Lee says, Jacob! Hey, Jacob, where are you? Jacob?
You don't hear anything.
Is anyone home? If Theon calls out.
Nothing.
Well, I guess Rainy isn't here either. I guess we should go check that place in the castle where the heart was.
Certainly could.
Well, where was Jacob? Was he still staying at that inn when we left him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in
Oh.
fact, you recall, and a sort of fun little twist of it, that you went out the door of this very building to go get Jacob to teleport you somewhere when you were basically swept away by Arata. So you walked out the door, were picked up by Arata, and you never saw Jacob since.
Man.
And now you are here again, dropped off by Arata. There's a kind of poetry to it. There's a nice symmetry.
So I'm just realizing that Jacob might be incredibly pissed off with us because we just vanished on him.
Maybe. I'd be more worried about Utaguro.
Yeah. We just walk out and there's bodies in the streets. Utaguro is the new king.
Problem solved. King is dead.
Yeah,
Present.
yeah. There you go. Long live the king.
I like the idea that Udugoro has overthrown multiple dragons.
I mean,
Yeah.
Utagorian army is a hell of a force.
Hmm.
Somehow he's become a paladin of Philbin. Just like if Philbin's not even a god, but he's managed to become a paladin of Philbin out of pure faith.
Don't underestimate the Kuatoa.
Yeah.
They have a tremendous capacity for belief. You all, of course, recall that you, in fact, encountered this species because they were performing perhaps some kind of a blood sacrifice to appease a pile of rocks. Anyway,
I've stumbled across the Kuatoa online and now realize the relevance of that.
spoilers. So, what would you all like to do?
Let's cautiously make our way to. 'Cause either way, we need to check in with Jacob, right? That's the one thing that we know we need to do.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess make our way to the.
And definitely Mark.
Okay. You carefully make your way towards the inn. The town seems quiet, virtually unchanged. And you are able to make it to the very inn that is occupied by not just Mark and Jacob, but also the retainers of soldiers that you all have.
Oh yeah, them.
Yes, them. Yeah, Bartholomew Jameson, William Robert Smith, Ricky Forrester, and Morgan M. Morgan.
Yeah, they've had some time off.
Yeah, Captain Morgan and Morgan. The last time you all saw them, they were playing cards in the central room. But as you come in today, it's a different scene where before there had been drinking and fun and all kinds going on. Now it's the true happy hour, the sad time. As you enter in, the tap room is empty, and at a table beside a fire burned down to mostly coals is Mark with a bottle in front of him and a glass that's half empty. And he
I run over to Mark.
Oh, hey! You guys came back!
Hug
Oh,
Mark.
good.
I hug him so hard.
He hugs back, really gets the beard in there. So
Mr.
good to
Mark.
see you guys. I thought you were dead.
No,
We thought you would be dead.
I thought I would be dead too.
Oh no. I think something's happened here.
what's happened here?
Oh, nothing. They said I could have this. And he's pointing at the bottle.
Mark, we're glad you didn't kill yourself while we were gone. Either on accident or on purpose.
He immediately starts crying.
I love you, Mark.
I love you too.
What is going on here?
Mark, Mark,
Okay,
buddy,
we're just two people that love each other, you know? He starts muttering.
buddy. We're gonna need you to calm down.
I think
Lee's
we broke
crying
Mark by not
too.
being here.
All right, you can roll a persuasion or also accept animal handling.
Does he have disadvantage because Lee is crying too?
No, we'll see how it goes.
Speaking of two people that love each other, it look like Bartholomew Jameson and Billy Bob made any progress on their relationship?
You don't know. You don't see them.
Oh, I thought you said they were there. Who is in this room?
No. It's just Mark. There's absolutely no one else in the room except for you all.
Oh my.
The only person that matters.
Something about this doesn't feel right.
Did you roll for the animal handling or?
Oh, if it's a persuasion check, that's a 12.
A 12?
Yeah.
It's just enough to get his attention.
Alright, buddy, you gotta calm down. We need to know what happened.
He's all snotty. And
Oh,
he smears it, like trying to wipe his nose, but it just leaves a trail across his. big bushy beard.
Oh, that's
Yeah. I I got a lot of problems, guys.
yeah. We'll work on that after the world safe, alright, buddy?
He nods.
Until
You're the best.
then, I need you to tell me what happened here.
And he points at the bottle again. He says, "They
Yeah.
said I could have."
Yeah, but where's everyone else?
And he looks around and shrugs. He's probably asleep.
I mean, oh yeah, what time is it?
You don't know.
Yeah, whoops.
It's pretty dark out. Probably middle of the night.
Okay. Is Jacob still around? Is Jacob in prison?
He nods. He says, "No, he's not in prison. He's just upstairs."
Alright. You should go to sleep.
He nods and starts to crawl on top of the table.
Alright, I'll just take the bottle and the glass and put it somewhere
As you
else.
try to take the bottle, he grabs onto it like a baby trying to keep you from taking it away. Yeah, mine.
God.
I'm
Alright.
gonna put my cloak over him and kind of tuck him in on the table.
Yeah, I'll
Do
just
you let
leave
him
the
keep
bottle.
the bottle?
Yeah.
All right. He nestles down onto the very hardwood table, and the cloak helps, and he just immediately starts snoring as liquor pours out over the table as he cuddles the bottle horizontally.
May I say that this is entirely expected because so far Mark has been the god of false flags. Every time we interact with Mark, we think something horrible is going on, but it's always nothing.
It's
Yeah.
always just Mark being dramatic.
He's the only one in here, in this room, right?
He's the only one in this room except for you all.
I was gonna say, because if there were other people in here at all, I was gonna try and make some kind of check to get the ambiance, get the feel of the room, but it's the only one.
It's completely empty. As I said, there's the fire in the hearth is burned down to just coal and ashes. And he was just sitting here in the dark. Like it's empty and quiet.
I'm gonna start upstairs.
Oh, go on. You were saying, Molly Mort?
I'm just gonna head upstairs.
The stairs creak below you as you make your way up. All right, you're upstairs. There's a whole bunch of rooms here. You realize that you've never actually been up here. You always met them downstairs. You don't know whose room is who.
Can I make a perception check? I can hear anybody in each room.
Even with your passive perception, you can't hear anything. You can hear, it sounds like some sort of clicking insects outside. You can hear the bit of wind. You can hear snoring from downstairs. And you think you can hear some soft snoring through various rooms, but it's nothing really definitive as to one individual or another.
Can I test a doorknob to see if somebody possibly left it unlocked?
The very first doorknob you test is unlocked.
I'm gonna peek in and see if there's anybody in there that might be who we're looking for.
As you peek in, you see a sleeping form on a bed.
Sounds about right.
Sure. Cloak up, shoes silent. Hopefully.
You see a humanoid figure in a bed facing away from you, and not much more than just some kind of dark hair. And that's it. They're all under blankets.
I'm gonna poke their cheek.
Well, if you sneak into the room, if you want to make a stealth check to be kind of quiet, you have advantage to step quietly if you like. And what are the rest of y'all doing while she is going in to sneak up on a random sleeping individual?
I'm still downstairs.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and take the bottle away from Mark, so not too much alcohol gets spilled, and then indulge myself.
I'm updating the Phillips Bible.
I feel like Fionn lights a cigar and kind of says, by the way, his armor still looks as if it's the and he hasn't even thought about it. I realized.
That's fine. It's surprising, Ormus, when you first try and take away the bottle, that he's, well, being apparently completely drunk and passed out asleep. I mean, you give it a pull and it doesn't come free. Do you want to maybe make a sleight of hand check to
Yep.
see if you can sneak this thing from him?
Boop, boop, boop. Yeah. Not bad, 15.
Not bad at all. Yeah, you give it a pull and you're very careful, and it doesn't come out. He's holding this thing pretty tight,
Bastard.
and it's just every time you try and move it, it moves around a little bit, and a little bit more alcohol just kind of lashes out a little bit.
Oh, this drunken bastard.
So this guy's cheek and hide, and I rolled a 16 for stealth.
Well, do you want to poke his cheek before you find out who he is?
Well, I mean to make him turn over so I can see him.
Well, no, you can just go to the other side of the bed.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go to the other side of the bed to see if I can identify him.
Yeah, I assume that's what you would do. Yeah, when you go to the other side, you see that it is Ricky Forrester, the young scout that is part of the contingent of guard that you all brought from Bacata.
He is not one of the people who I wrote down his name, but I will in fact poke his cheek still, and then hide. More like just duck under the bed, the side of the bed a bit, than actually hide.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, you poke his cheek, and it's just sort of a just kind of moves around his head a little bit, but he doesn't seem to react too much.
I'm gonna try again and say, "Hey, wake up!"
Are you trying to wake him up?
Yes.
Okay. Do you
Just
say it
open palm
quietly?
slap him.
Yeah. Do you say it quietly, or do you really, say it loudly to him?
In the hushed tone that you tend to use when trying to wake somebody up gently.
All right. Let me see if he perceives it. Nope.
Open palm slap him. Come on.
No reaction.
No balls.
I am gonna try a little louder, a little more aggressive of a poke. Hey, we need help.
I was
He's
hoping Molly was gonna do.
Squinting his eyes a little bit and opens them again.
Sorry, Slate just got back from a wedding from another plane of existence, I think. So can you tell me who's in which room?
He tilts his head at the wedding bit and he goes, yeah, I'm in this one. And
That-
he, huh?
I said I see that.
Yeah, well. Then he points to the wall behind him, which would be further down the hallway. And he says, Captain Morgan's in that one. And then the one past that one is the fellas, the Mark and Jacob. And then he points across the hall and he says, that one's Bart and Billy. And then he points further down and he says, and then there's I don't know, some tourists or something, and the next one. And then the one past that is the innkeeper.
Okay, I'm gonna jot this down real quick and say, okay, sorry for waking you up. Thank you very much. Sleep tight, and I'll pat him on the cheek.
He nods.
Just kiss his forehead and make him think that it was a dream. Everybody just pretend tomorrow that she never went up there and that it was a dream.
He probably won't even remember, but yeah, he settles back into the bed.
Okay, then I'm gonna go and see if Jacob's room is unlocked.
All right, Jacob's room is locked.
Heck.
Come on, you're a gnome. You can figure out how to get in.
I am in fact a druid gnome. I can probably figure out how to get in. I'm just gonna knock.
It might occur to you, Mollymore, just before you knock, that the room is shared with Jacob and Mark's downstairs, and the door is locked.
Oh my.
Oh god.
Jacob,
That might not have occurred to Mollymort, so I'm glad I opted to just knock.
Well, no, I'm just saying that it might occur to you that Mark probably has a key.
Going with that.
What were y'all thinking?
Jacob, is
He
the
hired a
operation-
prostitute.
I thought you were gonna pull a Philbin and a laundry on us.
No.
Just don't go into Bart and Billy's room. Who knows what's happened while we were gone?
Look, innocent bromances, okay? Just saying. I mean,
Yeah.
granted, my game is very friendly in that sense, and, well, anyway. It's
I'm not saying they're doing anything explicit, but they might be doing something weird. Bromances can get pretty weird.
fair
Yeah.
enough. Anyway,
Bucket
Mom,
of fish run.
would you like to knock?
Yeah.
You walk in and they're like, Billy is like massaging Bart's feet or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's. Anyway,
Yes, I am knocking.
you give it a knock, and, yep. Sure enough, Jacob is able to come to the door soon enough and opens it up with one eye closed. Mm-hmm.
Hi, we're back. Can you come talk to us? Possibly downstairs. Mark is passed out down there already.
He goes, "Isn't it like really late?"
Yeah, we just got back from a wedding that I think is on another plane because of errata, and important business needs to happen.
Just starts shaking his head and, all right. Give me a minute, and he closes the door. And soon enough, it opens again, and presumably he was putting on pants, and he's able to follow you downstairs.
I lead him by the hand downstairs.
He feels really like weird about you grabbing his hand, but he doesn't pull it away or anything. But it's not a warm, it's dead fish.
Then, anyways, I lead him downstairs and wave to the guy.
I hug Jacob.
He's stiff as a board as you do so. Just
I tell him that Mark is much better at giving hugs.
yeah, he's a hugger. He is a hugger. And he's looking over at the pile.
You're-
You were saying, Molly Mort?
I said, sorry we disappeared.
He shakes his head and says, "This is fine. It's fine."
Jacob, I just want to say I'm really glad you're okay because we were kind of worried for a little while that we'd come back and something would have happened.
He nods and says, "Yeah, about that. It's getting really expensive to stay here. The innkeepers, it's getting tough. I mean, the queen's been paying our bills, but like, how long are we gonna be here?"
Well, not much longer. In fact, like less than a few days.
Yeah.
He nods.
You know about Tiamat about going to destroy Bakata, right?
Yeah. The world's
Has he
ending,
not
buddy.
thought about that yet?
He does not know that.
I say that, and then I look at Jacob, and I am counting on my fingers, and yeah, we kind of have to hurry because Tiamat is on the way with an army to destroy Bakata. That's kind of why we were so worried.
He says, well, okay, I'll correct. He knows that there's an army on the way. He doesn't know that you only have like 2 days.
Count down on my fingers, and I'm like, yeah, we have like 2 days.
2 to 3 days. Yeah. But he's like, I thought we had months.
Nope.
Apparently not. But yeah, the
Yes.
game is about to get a lot faster now. And we have a lot to do in a very short amount of time, and we kind of need you, Jacob.
He opens his second eye and stands up a little taller, and he nods and says, all right, what's the plan? What do you need me to do?
We need to start teleporting.
Yeah, we need your magic to get around because there's a lot of things in a lot of different places.
Oh my.
We need to
Sorry,
we
I
need to
just had a
discuss-
realization.
we need to discuss the best way to resurrect Bahamut, and it's pretty much come down to trying one of three things, which are ask the god using the magic item, go to the drow to get a necromancer, and I mean, we just need somebody who can cast resurrection other than Bahamut himself.
Although, good news, we do have 3 of the, ancient god dragon killing weapons now.
Yon holds up the bow.
Hold up the spear.
I hold up a club.
And stick. First
I
off,
take out a stick.
First off, I just want to address it. Fionn, you get inspiration for saying "Oh my Philbin" as an expression. Anyway, go on. Just because
I didn't catch that. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
If I had caught that, I would have commented on it.
I just had a realization. I immediately was like, I need to reward that.
You know what's even worse is that I had an out of character realization and said it. Like,
I know.
Catch it. What does that say about me?
And you're not a good enough paladin. Anyway,
well, he's not a paladin of Philbin.
I mean, kinda at this
that's
point.
the problem.
But that's the thing is, I didn't catch it because it sounded so normal to me.
Anyway, so Jacob nods and is very excited that you all have done this and says, "Great. Are we leaving now? Where are we going?"
That's a good question.
That's you to decide.
Yeah, basically, we just got here and we need to figure out what to do next.
Okay.
But we figured you should probably be part of it since you are, a completely necessary part of the element here.
Yeah.
You can see like his overly sharp, too elven-esque, almost creepy features on the disguised face just blush a little bit at the idea of being needed by you heroes.
Well, he definitely is. I mean, not
Yeah.
only teleportation, but he knows.
This whole plan kind of hinges on him.
Yeah. Oh, we should hand him the scroll.
Oh yeah.
I produce the scroll.
He opens it and looks at it and says, "Cool, what's this?"
It's an extra teleport, basically.
Oh. How do you read it?
I don't know, actually. I'm not very good at magic. I just kind of ask for magic, and I get it.
Yeah, he looks at it. I don't know if I can use this.
Oh, shit.
But you're the same kind of sorcerer that I am, right?
He shrugs. I don't know. I mean, I know how to ask to go to other places, and I get to go there.
We
I
might
don't, I
need
don't know
Philbin.
how it works.
Yeah, I think we need Philbin then.
Yeah, where is Philbin?
He looks crestfallen, just
That's
instantly
alright.
Well, we
sad.
need both of you. Like, we do need both of you.
All right, roll deception. I'm just kidding. But yeah, he hands the scroll back to Molly Mort.
It's no big deal. We definitely still need your teleportation. It's just having two teleporters will be better than one because we do need to get around very quickly.
He nods. Says, "Well, I want to help whoever I can."
So, guys, do you want to go ahead and use the artifact to ask the god directly what to do about resurrecting?
Yeah, I think that's a good decision.
It's essentially a free pass to ask the DM a question directly, basically, right?
Yeah, same as it.
I think so. What are you talking about?
Is there a god of perhaps a yonder that we could speak to?
Well, no. I mean, forgive me. I don't know what you guys are referencing.
I don't know what magic item we're talking about either.
Yeah, I don't have any idea.
Ah, fuck. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Yeah,
I know
was
there's a
thinking we had,
spell.
Yeah, no, we have a divination crystal. It was, I believe we got it when Fionn got his book for his tattoo.
Yes. Well, no. When he got his tattoo,
From the lair stuffed with lots of nice
yeah,
and
yeah, fair enough. I mean, if you guys got it, I'll take it because I seem to recall that. Forgive me, I don't keep track of you all's inventory, but yeah, you've got a divination crystal that you found in the amongst the many strange items. Then yeah, sure.
Now, is this god of the far realm? Is it technically a god, or is it more of like a great old one?
I remember it now. Yeah.
Okay, good.
You don't.
I thought I was. I
who
literally
you're
thought I was going crazy.
No, you're not. It's just there's a lot of info, guys. I try to keep it all, but there's a lot.
I know.
yeah, and when we got it from a huge cache of other
Yeah.
various magical items and such as well. Like hell, I just realized I still have those bolts of fabric that seemed faintly magical.
Oh, they're definitely in the saddlebags.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I recall now. So, yes, you all are able to. You can ask one question through it, and you don't know who you're asking it of or where it's going, but you get to ask a question.
We use it and Bahamut just pops into existence and whatever bodies he's in right in front of us, just like, wait a minute.
Well, that was convenient.
Yeah.
I actually sent you all the text of that. Let me see if I can scroll up.
I kind of like the idea of us using it, and Arata pops up.
Oh,
It
you
might
guys
be-
got my cash.
We use it and it's just Tiamat.
Oh,
God.
fuck. You know, honestly, I feel like the best thing that it could possibly be is it's Philbin from the future.
Yes.
amazing.
He's wearing like an eye patch, and he's got like a robot arm or something. He's just like Philbin from a Terminator movie.
Anyway, so what do you want to do? Want to ask?
Hey, the rest of the party is far better at wording these things than I am, so I'm just gonna.
I mean, I don't even know about wording. I don't even know what we want to ask. I don't know the basis of our question at this point.
It's a yes or no question, right?
For a divination crystal, I think so.
Okay, so they have
Sorry, I'm rolling through things. Let's see, so divination 5e. I mean, you don't necessarily know the rules per se. I mean, you can ask a single question. Period.
All right. Can Can we kind of just like work on what we think we should ask?
You guys can take as much time as you like. Do whatever you like.
All right, guys. What do you think of just asking? How do we resurrect Bahamut? Or is that too simple? Is that too open and broad?
I mean, I feel like it does open up the door for like, oh, you do it type of answers. But
Yeah,
like,
and I'm really worried about that. I mean, like, if we ask a dumb question like that, like we're basically asking for non-answers, especially considering we don't know the rules.
how about we ask something along the lines of how do we overcome the hurdle of Bahamut's body in resurrecting Bahamut? How does that sound?
Okay.
We could ask how Arata sees our success.
Okay, I dig that. I mean, honestly, I feel like I know the answer at this point, and I'm pretty sure the correct answer that without us doing some like crazy bullshit that probably won't work is that we need to get a drow that can cast resurrection. But like, I mean, I guess that is kind of our only option at this point because if Orin can't do it, then we need somebody that can do it, and we know the drow can theoretically. Should we save it until after we get a drow that can cast resurrection?
You have a theory that the drow necromancers will be able to create flesh from stone. They won't necessarily, while they have a certain power over life and death, necromancers typically, when they revive you, don't always bring you back in a good way.
A lot of zombies and such.
That's true. Also, I kind of want to draw Necromancer to look at this.
Oh yeah, that.
Ouchie. So, is the plan to just maybe go back, see if we can get a drow necromancer, and then basically from there we shit, what's the word for it? From there, as we come back and then ask the question if it pertains to it still, because we could save it if we know what the next step is.
Yeah, but also, if we are going to do that, then we do need to find Philbin.
That's true. We need to go ahead and find Philbin.
I know Philbin's the one with Hammett.
Yep.
I cast Sending.
Nothing.
He concentrates really, 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 really hard, and he's like making all kinds of weird faces. He looks like maybe he's just like having a really tough BM, you know? Does it work? I'm getting a headache. Can I roll a religion to pray to Philbin?
Of course.
Alright. Fuck, I'll try anything at this point. I use sorry.
I could scry on him.
Oh yeah! That might that I mean that could work.
It is a 5th level spell though, so I'd kind of be spent in that. Oh no! I'm doing better at that now. I can do more after that. So I can scry on him.
Yeah, I am actually going to follow these and pray for guidance.
Yeah. I pray to Philbin using the Philbish Bible as a focus. Do I get advantage?
Sure.
I'm not praying to Philbin. I'm just praying to my god, to Gilligan.
Okay.
Mine is a 22. Wait, let me check and make sure I added my. Yeah, it's a 20.
Holy shit! You have the same religion as me.
Yeah, because my was patron is also my god. One of my proficiency buys, I bought religion. I felt like it would be necessary, as like a tertiary trait of Fion.
Okay.
All right. So, Lee, as you pray to Philbin, you realize how much you miss him. Like,
I do.
it's only been a couple of hours, but gosh, he's just good to have around.
He's so majestic.
He smells like cinnamon buns. I mean, he's
I
just.
know.
Anyway,
Couple of hours.
Fion, as you pray for guidance from Gilgame, essentially, you can hear the gruff voice in the back of your mind of one of the last times that you spoke directly with your patron. And the graveled tones that you hear again were specifically about how to deal with Tiamat. The specific sentence and phrase was, "If she's still alive, kill the bitch."
I mean, that's the plan. I do also kind of love that the Ranger Blood Hunter has a better religion than the Paladin, and it kind of makes sense. Or, well, not better, but like the same.
It works.
Because like Fion is just as much of a religious character as Lee, because as far as paladins go, Lee is not exactly the most devout paladin.
Yes.
Just because of the nature of his belief.
Gilgame is very chaotic neutral, and Fion has a weird relationship with that, even as much as he does go to Gilgame for guidance. Just maybe not necessarily even praying to him, but just thinking about his teaching stuff.
Well, like, I kind of like to imagine that it's like Professor Oak speaking into your brain. It's not the time to do that right now.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. Anyway, so where you guys want to go? What do y'all want to do? Do you have a rough idea of the next step?
Am I scrying on Philbin to find him?
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure before we left, we agreed that Hope would be the best place to go. Am I the only one that thinks that happened?
I was pretty sure that we at least mentioned it in conversation.
Because I know when we thought that we were going to leave Lee behind, that we were either going to Terenia or Hope. So he's either in Terenia or Hope.
Let's hope he's in Hope.
I mean, do you remember which one we said? I don't know. Where were we headed before?
What city do you think that a family of Drow and Drow and elves would rather go to?
Definitely
Hope or
Terenia.
Yeah,
Definitely Terenia. So, do you want to have Jacob teleport us to Terenia? Or do you want to check to make sure he's there first?
Let's not do that, because then we only have one teleport.
Well, remember, they have teleportation circles there.
Oh, do they? I forgot that.
And with your super duper gold student badges, your university staff, you're able to get basically anything in the entire city.
And we have a direct connection to the Drow place if we do end up deciding we need to go there with the bow, because I imagine it spent a good amount of time there.
Possibly.
So,
You know that using objects for teleportation can be kind of finicky sometimes.
I imagine it would at least get us close.
anything we can borrow something from Miz and their family, Arbonne.
If only you had thought of that before you left.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is they probably have things they brought there.
Yeah,
So if we go to Terenia now and spend the night, and then the next day, we have teleport.
Can't we just teleport to Philbin? Like, use him as the focus?
Yep.
Yeah, why?
Well, yeah, I mean, basically you can have Jacob to Philbin. But the problem then is if you do that, then you'll be in the exact same situation as before, where you got one active teleport and too many people to get out at once.
Well, then Philbin would, in theory, if he hasn't left Terenia, he would have. If he hasn't left the Drow place, I mean, he would have his teleport.
Can't we just scry first to find out if he's there?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess Grind would solve the problem is if he's in Hope or not.
Yeah, let's go ahead and scry maybe, or would you rather wait until the next morning here, then check to see if he's in Terraria,
Let's
and then
scry.
tell? Let's go ahead and scry. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to take out this nice bowl that I also got from that big hoard and fill it with water and start scrying into that.
Okay. As you look around, you don't see any water.
I have a water skin.
Okay. One of these days, I'm going to start keeping track of how much you all have. But yeah, you could have filled up your wine or whatever water skins up at, well, in fact, at the city of Athropos. But yeah, you got water.
Okay, so I'm gonna use that and scry.
Okay. Do you, in terms of, well, you're pretty familiar with it. Go ahead and see how. Okay, hang on. Scrying's weird. They get to make a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Let's see here. You know the target well, so they have -5.
I have a question. Does he know that it's Molly trying to scry on him?
Probably not.
Let me see here.
Does he have caller ID?
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm reading it again. Scrying's one of those ones that you guys have only used once, so let me remind myself with the spell here. So you can see and hear a particular creature you choose. Same plane of existence. The wisdom saving throw is modified by how well you know the target. If the target knows you're casting this spell, it can fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed. But I don't think Philbin actually knows that it's you.
Yeah, like, it would be one thing if they were in the same room and she was like, hey, I'm gonna do this. Okay, I don't see why, but okay. But
or if it's something like, okay, I'll check in on you at 10 o'clock, stuff like that. But I don't know if he knows that it's you. Let me see if Philbin would defend himself. Yeah, I think Philbin would reactively defend his brain, but he has a -5 to it. So what is your DC, your spell save DC? Molly Mort?
Checking.
Sorry.
15, although that might have been up to 16 since I leveled up. I did not go through and adjust all that.
That's fine. Any chance you have a body part or possession or garment? Anyway.
I have the Philbish Bible. Oh, and we have a Speedo.
Do you still have his Speedo?
Yeah, we got it back.
I thought he had.
We always get it back.
All right.
It's like an artifact. It's a holy artifact.
Yeah, so there's a -9 to it. So let me see here.
I slapped the Speedo on the table and was like, "Here, use this."
Yes, you are soon enough able to scry on him and a fail save. This invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, when you activate it, you can see that Philbin is doing some Obi-Wan Kenobi shit, and he's sneaking through dark caves. And
I guess it hasn't been long enough.
Yeah, because you guys,
Just gotta stick that there real quick.
Yeah, assuming you disappeared immediately and you came back, you all have only been in town for, ew. You've only been in a couple of minutes. Not enough time for Philbin to even get out of the cave to get his lobster.
Do you guys want to spend the night here in Hope then?
yeah,
Or do you want to go ahead and get to Terenia using Actually, we should go ahead to Terenia so that Jacob can regain his.
Yeah, true.
Wait, but we don't know where they're going, so why don't we go to him and then
Well, that gives
He
us the problem of teleporting. Jacob uses us to go to him, we run out of.
yes, but Philbin will have the teleportation scroll and his teleport.
Yeah, I mean,
Either way, somebody's going to have to be left behind, and you can't
You
teleport
could
there
split
and
the
then
party.
teleport back.
wait, no, you have a point.
Yeah.
You have a point.
Yeah, you could split the party because the issue is numbers. You could have Jacob and one other person teleport to Philbin, arrange a plan, and then, well, then the rest of you would be stuck in Hope. Okay, yeah, this one's tricky.
Well, wait, we have enough to get everyone there with what's his name? With Jacob, right? We can get everybody back to the caves, right?
Well, it depends on how you mean by everybody.
Everybody
Everyone
that's here, the party.
Yeah, everyone here, yes, but not the guards, not Utaguro as well. And
Oh no, I mean that's fine. We need to go back to the drow anyway, right?
Yeah, to talk to the necromancer.
Yes. Bear with me. Why don't we teleport there? We get back with everybody, and then Philbin. We can wait to do that. We go back to the drow, and we'll have Jacob with us to teleport us out later. Or maybe, Jacob can teleport them out, and then Philbin will have the scroll to teleport to.
We'll have to use the teleportation to do that.
Huh?
Jacob will have to use teleportation to do that, so we can't teleport us back out.
they
Yeah,
might
but
be
They
able
can
to
wait
wait
another day.
Yeah. And then you just leave Jacob.
No, we can bring Jacob.
No, I mean, if you all wanted to go do your particular thing, you could leave Jacob with the family, and then when his teleport recharges, he can teleport the family back to Terenia, and then back at Terenia, he could use one of your student passes to be able to teleport back to wherever you all are.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's just go back to the. Let's show up back at their house again. Like you've been gone for like 10 minutes. What the hell happened? You ran out the door with a wizard and left a note, and now you're back.
With a sun day, with like sunlight outside. Anyway, and of course, well, anyway, I don't want to cloud it too much. Is the consensus to go to Arban or to Philbin?
Yes.
Yeah. Either way, whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, I feel like, back to Arbound, because, Philbin will just come back to us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Jacob says, okay, to Philbin, and he holds out his hand for the thong.
I hand it to him.
He takes it without a moment of hesitation, and he begins to draw around this tap room intricately. Where before it's usually like an almost perfect circle, this time it's like around the tables, and it's a bit odd in shape. And you can notice that he gets to the point he could go straight and completely include everyone, or he could go right around the table that Mark is sleeping on, and
Lee and Aldrin, can we just move the table?
Yeah, let's
he
just
actually
move the
he just
table.
starts drawing the outline around the too. Like you don't even have to move anything.
Yeah, but then Mark will come with us, right?
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah,
need
yeah,
Mark
that's
to come
fine.
with us.
Well, no. What I'm saying is that Jacob could just continue straight on and be fine, or he can go out of his way to include Mark in the teleport, and Jacob begins to include Mark in the. You can
No,
help
no,
stop,
we don't-
but he's including him in.
Mark doesn't need to come. I think let's let him sleep it off. I don't think he needs any more trouble. He's been having a hard time.
He
Yeah,
got behind once already. I feel like he deserves to come.
Yeah. I mean, Jacob, do you wanna bring a buddy?
Jacob nods.
All right, let's bring Mark. Fuck it.
Fionn quickly jots down a short summary of where they've been and where they're going, and walks up to ask Molly where Morgan's room was, and walks up and slips it under the door.
Okay. It doesn't take too long, but Jacob's able to draw this magical circle, a piece of chalk on the floor of this inn, and nods and says, "Are we ready?"
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right. He then, in Draconic, very kindly, as you have heard him before, as you have heard several times before, he kindly asks in ancient Draconic if the universe will split open to make a pathway from point A to point B. And it is only moments later that you arrive in mid-morning beside a Philbin who is manipulating a flying lobster past a palisade of dwarves as he's calling it to him.
Nice.
Anyway,
You guys want to deal with the dwarves now, or you want to go ahead back down?
he turns around and sees you all and goes, "What the? Oh, you guys scared me.
Howdy.
I
What,
wait.
what are y'all doing here?" I thought
Oh,
they
we
come back on the...
a lot of stuff has happened since you left like 10 minutes ago. So, yeah, we got Jake.
Oh, he nods and waves, and then he looks down at a slightly snoring Mark, still holding the bottle of liquor, covered in Lee's cloak.
Should we wake him up?
No, I mean, Aladrin, can you carry him?
I mean, I've got to go.
I'll just pick him up and toss him over my shoulder.
Okay. You pick him up, and good gravy, he's heavy. But yeah, you can pick him up and kind of put him over your shoulder, and he's still clinging to the bottle that's now upside down and is just pouring its contents into the cut tile of stone below you. But soon enough, a flying lobster silently creeps up beside you all, and Philbin gives it a smile and a pat and says, "We're nice."
Back down. We got to teleport the family out.
He goes, "Good, good," and he leads you all back. And it's not too tricky. The third time or the second time that you all have done it, and it seems that Philbin devised a wonderful system of ways so that he is able to walk himself back, and he just makes sure to wipe off the marks as he goes past, so as to not lead the dwarvish army back to the hiding place.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, he says we gotta hurry. They get a little active in the morning, and yeah, you all will get back to the modest home of Ms. and Arban and their two children.
All right, nice. So I guess the plan is to go back to the Drow while keeping Philbin with us, and then let Jacob have some rest time. Him and Mark have some rest time, so that they can get their spell slot back and go to Terenia. Is that right?
As far as I'm understanding, yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Ms. asks why you're going back down to see the Drow.
That's right. We should ask her about it. We need a necromancer.
She says, "Well, we do have some deep in the depths. They're very important people. They make armies down there for us."
That's cool. That's crazy. Are you a necromancer?
She shakes her head and she says, No, I am no one." And Arban says, "Dear, just don't lie. These people are helping us."
Fine.
Ms. says, "I am Mrs. Zephyrs."
Oh, you're related to Real.
She says, "Yes, he's a cousin," and she starts wiggling a ring on her finger and holds it out to whoever will take it. And you can see it's a ring made of silver with a purple stone.
I'll reach out and take it, I guess.
Does anyone take it?
I will.
Who amongst Ormus or Mollymort gets there first?
Molly and Ormus fight to the death over the ring. It is the one ring.
Approved.
Um,
She holds it out to Mollymort because Mollymort's a woman.
Makes sense.
Yeah, patriarch. You. And she says that this could find you some favor with my mother, perhaps.
Nice.
and your mother would be.
She kind of blushes a little bit, and she says, "Oh, forgive me. I forgot you didn't know."
The queen. Calling it now.
She nods. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I suspected.
yeah. Feliandiria Zephyrs is the queen. Yeah.
If we show up with the bow and with a giant spider, this might go very well for us.
Yep. She nods, and she says that that's very possible. It'll at least get you into the door.
Wonderful.
Yeah, she nods, and she says that you all are doing such a wonderful thing, helping my family. And she's stroking the hair of her daughter.
Well, I'm sorry that you have to kind of stay here a day longer because we, mixed up travel plans.
She says, "Wait, we have to wait."
Just a little longer.
They shouldn't have to. What?
Well, Jacob needs time to rest.
What about
Philbin.
Philbin? Philbin can get them out there, and then Jacob can get us out.
Philbin says that he can teleport them. He's ready.
Okay, yeah, I guess. Well, wait. Don't we need his teleport for something else?
No, we have Jacob.
Okay.
JJ went.
Then Jacob needs to rest. So if we don't,
Yeah.
I think we need Philbin.
Okay, question. Phil, can you teach Jacob how to read this spell scroll? And I pull it out.
Philbin shakes his head and says, "We don't have time for me to wizard out of them."
Yeah, like seriously, I think they're just gonna have to wait because I think we need both spells. I think we need both teleports from Philbin. I don't think we should.
Philbin says that he's been talking with Arban since you all left, and Arban, being quite an elvish scholar and the world's foremost expert on the Drow outside of the Drow, he thinks that he'll do really well in Tyrannia. And if we drop him off at Tyrannia, I can just teleport right back a couple minutes later.
You know what? That's a good point. Let's just let Philbin go to Eternia then.
Either way, Philbin would have been able to teleport them out. Jacob could rest here at the house. We can take off. He'll have his
Philbin
rest.
says-
We'll come back, and then we'll poof.
Well,
Philbin
how about
says that, Philbin says that we gave them our word that we would get them,
Yeah.
and that he is going to do it. And he says this with a little bit of a sigh that he's going to do it, whether you like it or
I agree with Philbin.
can we just figure this out for a second though?
you can figure it out while Philbin prepares the time.
Okay. Basically, what he's gonna do is he's gonna teleport Miz and his family to Eternia. Why don't we go ahead? Right? Why don't we go ahead and send Jacob and Mark as well?
Why?
Why not?
Okay.
Because if we don't technically need them here if Philbin's going to teleport back, and we'll have his teleport spell after he rests.
Well,
Yeah.
ideally, nobody would have to sit and rest and leave us here for a day. Can't Philbin? Can you use this scroll?
Philbin nods.
Okay, so you can go to Terrania, then use. They have teleportation spells there, right? Then circles.
Yep.
So you use that to get back to here, then use the scroll to get us where we need to go next, right?
He nods.
So
Back
no
to
problem.
Terrania, yeah.
So we're good?
Yeah, I think so. I was just trying to work it out. I wanted to hear what we were going to do so we'd all be on the same page and make sure it would work.
That's assuming that, again, assuming that you can finish your business here in less than a day.
Let's try to do that and then, get Philbin to take us back.
All right. So you're going to send Mark and Jacob to Terrania? Jacob looks a little disappointed, but nods. Says that he'll do whatever is needed.
Why don't we have Jacob come with us? The more people we have, the better, possibly, if anything goes wrong.
Not necessarily.
Well, we need to make sure that when Philbin comes back that we have enough. We have a small enough group that he can move us all back.
Jacob, what would you prefer to do?
Jacob will be able to teleport.
Jacob says that he wants to just do whatever you think would help the most. But he says that if it were up to him, he would stay because he can help and he wants to help.
Okay, but how many people does that make?
Not including pets.
Including
with enough.
Okay, if we leave our pets, then I guess we can do it.
Well, because there's the 5 of you, and then 2 extra, no matter who's doing the teleporting. So that's under the limit of 8. So you'd be at 7.
And hopefully we'd be bringing the Drow Warlord to do the necromancy thing.
Possibly. But you'd have to leave behind the goat and Hadram.
I mean, honestly, I don't really see. I think it would be more efficient to go ahead and send Jacob and Mark ahead, let them rest, and then we can teleport everyone that's left over back because we'll have a small enough group to do that.
You want to wait a day?
About waiting a day?
You want to wait a day? Why do you say let them rest?
You wouldn't have to wait a day because you'll have the scroll to get Philbin back. In terms of with Jacob, he's spent no matter.
Okay, so we're fine if we leave the animals, and they're familiars, right? So you can just resummon them?
Yeah.
So we're good, we can go.
I guess, yeah. But the disagreement is whether or not we should have Jacob and Mark come.
Sure, if they want to come, let them come.
Well, see, my problem with that is, are we going to have enough room to teleport? Are we gonna have too many people if they
You'll
come?
Have 2 teleporters, so you could move like 20 people.
Yeah,
move 18 people.
Jacob, no, Philbin is gonna teleport the family there, use the free teleport to come back.
Yep.
And then he'll have either the scroll or his own teleport to get us back.
And then during the whole travel there, talk with the queen, possibly get Jacob a full rest.
Yeah.
So he'll have his teleport as well.
Alright, well, I guess we can do this, but just for the record, if this causes us a problem later on, I told you so.
Jesus.
No, that's not okay. Okay, so we're counting the 2 spellcasters, but Mark is kind of asleep drunk. I don't think he should come with us. He's passed out drunk. He's not going to be any help. I think we should send him to Terrania because that's one more number that's not helping us.
I don't see why we need to bring Jacob right now. We're just
You could
putting
just-
him in harm's way.
Well, Jacob is, in terms of harm's way, he's been happy to run into harm's way every step of the way.
Yeah.
But if you tell him to go take care of Mark and Serena, he will.
I
Yeah,
feel
honestly,
like
I don't think
he
it's
should
a
come
bad
with
idea.
us. Like I said, if anything goes wrong, that's one more body we have to fight with.
But
Mm.
of course, one of those bodies is holding another body that's drunk and unconscious.
Yeah, but we can. If push comes
Wait,
to
Mark's already
shove, we can, use him as a weapon. We can whack
Human
Put him
shield.
people with him. Yeah,
Something even.
Beat a
Oh,
motherfucker with
good.
another motherfucker.
yeah.
All right, I'm going to say that in the next minute, somebody give me an answer.
I think Jacob should go back. That's my vote.
I agree.
I want him to come with us.
Well,
Mm. Yeah, we don't really necessarily need him.
All right, that's 3 for going back.
I tried Jacob.
but it's a numbers game. We can't teleport that many people. We
He
can't
understands.
waste time.
He understands, and he says that he'll be ready when you need him. And the teleportation circle being ready, Sylvan zaps off with his charge and with Jacob. And I'm assuming, Aldrin, you put Mark down on the floor.
Yeah.
All right. They all disappear, leaving you in the quiet den of this homely shelter built up by a family that is hopefully in a better place. Literally, not like metaphorically, like, oh, he's probably. Anyway, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sometime later, Philbin does return, and we will figure out what you all do next time. Also, Hadram's not there. So, cool. Talk next week. Everyone good next week?
Yep.
Yes.
Think so.
All right. This was interesting. I don't mean to pitch you guys against each other so much. It's just, anyway, it's just a game, guys. Let's just have fun. Don't worry about it.
I don't take anything personally.
It'll
Yeah,
all get there. All
Just-
right.
figuring out what we're doing.
Understood. Okay. Till next week.
Hey, have fun. Take care, guys.
Catch you guys later.
Bye all.
Yes.